Welcome to the GRG podcast, the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at KMEGA4.
How you gon' lie when you look me in my eyes and you show me your facade? Show me your facade. How you gon' lie when you look me in my eyes and you show me your facade? Show me your facade. You a lie. You a front. You say anything long as you get what you want. Tryna play me like a fool, homie, I am not a clown. It ain't nothing but a game, cause all you do is mess around. Now I'm on the verge of a meltdown. I should've known when I met her back at Midtown, at Dogwood, when I was going through a rough patch, but it's all good. I even told about the dark times I had in childhood, when we was driving off of I-10 in Kirkwood. Now all that time I never get it back. You wanted that, used to hate when I didn't wanna hang. I noticed that, used to talking about your ex Jake with your next Jack. Used to messing with them white boys, now she went black. Wait a minute, guess you went and got yourself a real life nigga. Got yourself some booty shots and live full up. You just wanna make a rapper beat like Dilla. You ain't nothing nice, radiator, I spin it. Cause up close, baby, you a ghost. You a demon, and you should float. Get out the way, and just go. And just go, and just float. How you gon' lie when you looking in my eyes and you say you down for the cause, but you really here for the ride? You ain't really feeding no sheep. You're a K9 in disguise. Shoulda never gave you nothing but a funky high five. I know we can't go back in time, but I wish I could rewind and get back all that money that I spent every nickel and dime. Cause you a lie. Oh, you a front. You gon' say anything as long as you get what you want. Went and got yourself a new man. It ain't even been a month. I feel sorry for your boo, cause he don't know what he signed up for. Do he? Ooh, yeah, I heard that you met him at the bar, Louis. Hope you don't try to do him like you tried to do me, baby. You a cold-blooded killer like Stu. Cause up close, baby, you a ghost. You a demon, and you should float. Get out the way, and just go. And just go, and just float. Float like a balloon, an apple, empty bottle, cork, styrofoam, and most dead bodies. You killing me, homicide. Look at your lying eyes. I should have been better laced, cause I failed too many times. If money the root of evil, and you call yourself a dime, you gotta be penny wise. 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 Cause up close, baby, you a ghost. You a demon, and you should float. Get out the way, and just go. And just go, and just float.
Welcome everybody. The GRG podcast is live. Welcome everybody to coming up in here, man, and go share this out. Oh Lord, I hear myself. I forgot. Hold on. I got something I need to change right here because I hear myself. I hear myself. My voice is sexy. Damn. Oh man, my voice is sexy as hell listening to that. Anyway, what's up, man, everybody? What's going on, everybody? The GRG is live, man. And man, we try to get Maloof's mic situation fixed. But other than that, man, everybody is here. Well, not everybody, because I'm not, the whole crew. There was a couple of the crew. No. I already know the people who said that they weren't going to be coming in tonight. So we're all good. But other than that, man, we're going to have a great show. Our boy Big Cloud is in the building, man, and Noof is here, but we're going to get that fixed, hopefully get that situation fixed. And then, he's going to have to probably pop back and come back in.
Noof is in here in spirits, people.
Yeah, but he'll be back. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this started, man, because some people are on press time. They got some things they got to do, and also we all got things to do, man. We got to get back to some gaming, or we got to do some, well, I don't know. if we're ready to get back to that pants off, dance off. But man, we got things to do, so we might as well get to it. So man, Big Cloud, what's happening? Thank you for stopping by, brother. What's going on, man? How you been, and what you been gaming on?
That was good, man. Thanks for the invite. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I've been on Returnal. I'm going for that platinum. Already beat Resident Evil 8. Love the game. And yeah, wait for that that Ratchet and Clank as well.
Nice. Have you got a chance to play?
There we go.
Is he there? Is he got it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. Check.
Yep.
Noof, you there?
I don't know what. Yeah, man, I'm here. I don't know what the hell was going on, but something was weird.
It's all
Took
good.
your mic back real quick to Walmart.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, all right, but
I'm so retro. Went back to Radio Shack. Come on, man.
nice. Oh my God. Anyway, we're live, and listen, I don't know what's going to be said tonight, so GRG will not be held responsible for the shit that will be said tonight. All I can do is just be a host and just let it flow. So, and with that being said,
You're always gonna be a hoe.
What? Oh, see, listen, hold on. See, this is the thing right here. All right, since I knew Noof was going to be here. See, Big Cloud, I don't know where he's going to be tonight. You know what I'm saying? He's even killed, but if it gets hype, it gets hype, right?
Sorry, D.
But hold on. But Noof is a wild. It's a cannon, man. You know, you never know what you get. Noof, we're close to Noof after dark, so we have no idea what's going to happen, and then that's going to spark 108 to get started. But anyway, let me finish answering this question to one bit. Have you got a chance? You got a gaming PC, right? Yeah. Okay. Have you got a chance to play the Days Gone yet?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I downloaded it. I got it, but I haven't got a chance out. Is it smooth? No issues? Everything is right?
What kind of graphics card you got?
I got a 2070. I had a 2060, and then I messed up my shit. I set my shit on fire.
Damn.
And then so I got some money back, and so I had got a little bit of extra than what I wasn't anticipating, and so I went ahead and traded that in and got me a 2070. So that's what I got. But yeah.
I ran it on my brand spanking new. It's just lovely, but I ran on that brand new 3070.
Oh, you disrespectful! You're being disrespectful.
It is. Let me tell you something. I ran it at max. Everything maxed out. I think I ran it at 1440p just so I wanted to push more out of it. I got it at a full 120 start to finish. Basically, to make a long story short, the game ran the way it should have ran at the start of the PS4 when it first came. Well, when it came out for the PS4. Basically, when I played it on the PS4, I had issues like where the bike would it would drop frames and it felt like a slideshow. Like it was very sluggish and slow. It wasn't smooth at all. I had issues where frames would drop during combat. This sucker is a completely different experience, especially when you add on the fact that you got a FOV slider as well. Oh my God, this shit's insane.
Oh, I can't wait.
Bro, you don't understand. Play your first herd, max settings, FOV slider all the way up, push as much as you possibly can. Play that sucker at that performance and have the hordes come at you. It looks like 28 days later type of shit. It's that good.
Oh man, I can't wait. I was stoked. And also for people out there who has a PC, I recommend you go get that game. That game is not bad at all. It was just broken as shit when it first came out. But but I got on FanDuel, it has Fanatical. There's a deal that you can get the game for $40. So I picked it up for $40. I was like, oh, I'm with it. So so if y'all interested, go ahead and pick that up, man. No doubt about it. All right, but let's get to our next guest, Noof. Man, it's been a minute, brother. I know it's been time. The last time I asked you to come on, man, you was going through some things, and so I'm glad that you out of it, man. You've been doing all this other stuff. You got podcasts, you got shows, you do appearances, man. You a celebrity, man. How can I be down, Noof? What's going on, brother?
Wait for it, right? Boom, boom, kaboom. Snoof Nukem in the GRG podcast room. Good to be back. KMEGA, thanks for the invite. Some great faces and familiar people in this podcast panel. So I'm looking forward to diving into the topics and, shooting the breeze, catching up with everybody. It's been good times. No doubt, man. It's been a minute. But glad for you to come on. And then let's get to the panel. Let's start off with the lady of the group, man. Miss D.
What's happening with you? What's been going on? I heard that you got something to eat, man. What did you get? I didn't hear nobody knocking on my door. What's happening? Why I didn't get none of it? What's up? What's going on?
It's still at the restaurant. You got to order it first.
Oh,
But, you know,
okay. I got you.
Oh,
I just got some pizza. I'm just here chilling. They were late. I don't like my food being late, but that's all right.
Oh,
It's okay. I'm here. It's been a long week. Ready to get some topics in, chillax, talk spicy. It's gonna be a good day.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Oh, she sounds spicy
real,
tonight.
right?
Yeah, she's ready off the rip.
I'm already irritated. That's all right. That's all right.
Oh man, that's
Real
great.
tip.
The
That's
people.
okay.
All right, okay.
All right.
Excellent. All right, so let's go to Still Rain, the man from my favorite morning time podcast, Living Single. I'm sorry, that's not it.
This man just always got to kill the name. Yes, sir, I already know what it is. It is I am him, the one and only Still Rain, one of the hosts for your morning show, Living Split Screen in the Morning on Saturdays. Just to correct Mega real quick. But other than
Thank
that,
you.
I got to show continued love to KMEGA and the panel for continuing to welcome the rain into the GRG kingdom. And look, man, not only that, we got fire topics tonight, and you already heard Dee. She got some spice for y'all. But we all these guests, man. We got not only the Zoid pilot himself of the Liger Zero.
What you know about the
playing games? Hey, bitch. Oh, I heard you was my age earlier, brother. So you already know what's around. There's a whole different path we can go down.
What you mean?
90, I'm a 92, baby. You already know what it is.
Okay, so there you go.
Good Lord.
And I heard you
Lord.
listen to, hey, man, it might be a different discussion we might need to have later. Anyway,
Wait, what's going on? Wait, what?
What?
hey,
Social security number.
Let's
Man,
I'm gonna do this.
What is happening? Oh, I heard you like spaghetti with oranges. What's
yeah, I know, man. What's happening here, man? Hey, man, I'm trying to.
I'm like, I'm confused. I'm scratching my head right now. He's like, he about to say, yo, I heard you like Alfredo, like, bro. Nah.
Oh,
I'm a Zoe fan myself, brother. I grew up with it. It was one of my favorite shows from back in the day.
It's underrated, man.
I'm born from I'm a 92 kid, you know what I'm saying? So the 90s is heavy with me.
well, if you say 92 one more time, man, my son is 94, so I'm talking to children right now. You know what I'm saying? What's happening here?
Here you go.
He said he was getting his first piece. I was looking for y'all exit out. That's what
Yeah.
he said.
You know what I'm saying? I was holding my son in my hand, man. I'm over here like, y'all been talking about 92. Shit.
Yeah, y'all here like to do that. Anyway, but other than that, brother, not only that, if that blows your mind, we got also Mr. Boom Boom Kaboom in the room, about to get into these topics, man. Let's just proceed with the fire. Let's go.
No doubt. One hell of an intro, Rain. I love it, man. Thank you. All right, and then we go to my main man. Man, the man's been here, man. He was a listener. Now he is a panelist. This brother's been coming. He's very informative. You know what I'm saying? And man, I'm glad to have him on, man. Hey, Six Slayer, what's happening with you, fam?
Re-energized, man. I felt like a bear in hibernation since yesterday afternoon. You know, I got that vaccine booster, and it took me out up until about 8:16. I don't know where I just woke up.
Will tear your ass up. That second one will tear your ass up, boy. I'm telling you.
I'm still timid on taking that shit after what they told me. Department of Health, man. I'm sorry.
Anyway. Anyway. Man, all I know is I woke up. I was like, "Oh, okay." The energy is out of nowhere. I just right out of bed.
Didn't I tell you? You feel like Superman when you hop up. Like I'm like, bro, I'm Debo up in here. I'm swole. Can anybody come up into this piece? Man.
You are not swole because of that shot. I just want to say.
Hey, man, that's okay.
We charged up our batteries, man. We got these topics. We got a great panel, and I'm ready to go. So,
man, let's go. And then last but not least, man, my brother, man, he's 6'9" with a peg leg, but don't make fun of him because he got one leg higher than the other. You know what I'm saying? And he likes to wear fishnets. Hey, what's up, 108 Dragons team?
What in the hell?
What's good, people? We back on another Friday. We got the queen of these 3 hours. We got two great guests. Shout out to Noof, man. I always see you in my chat. 8-Bit, I always support you. all Big Cloud. I call him 8-bit.
I do it too. I do it too.
But look, man, I'm ready to get into these topics, man. We got a lot of people here. We gonna keep it pushing. We gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep y'all entertained. So let's get it popping. Let's go.
So what that means is that you're gonna be limited on your words, sucker. Anyway, let's get to it. All right, man. Let's get to it, man. Oh, I gotta get to these super chats, man. Man, woo! I see. Hey, man, I'm feeling pretty damn good. Look at this, man. Stone King. Hey, bro, Stone King X. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. He said, "What's up, chat and panel? Great podcast. I like to give back, so I'm dropping this super chat, man. Thank you so much, man. Hey. That's what I like. And then my main man, Dirk Griggity, man, had a great time, man. Thank you for the invite to your podcast, man. Everybody definitely go check out We Bleed Green. Excellent podcast. Them fools they're like us, man. They just like to clown, have a good time, man. And that intro was hot that Devin made. That was really hot intro. But anyway, he says, "What's up, GRG? Shout out to Stone King X for supporting the community. What's up, Noof, Big Cloud, Rain, and the rest of the panel? Hit that like button. Yes, hit that like button. Hit all that. Let's go send this out, man. Support. Definitely. I'm excited about tonight, man, because we're really going to get into it. So first off, let's just start it off, man. I forgot to bring it in because I was really thinking about that last topic. Want to hear y'all's thoughts about it. So let's just get right into it about the WB Discovery Channel Plus. It's just got the Discovery Plus merger, because I don't think that there's really too much information that's out yet, but I think that we could just go ahead and just break it down and just talk about it. So I'm going to go straight to the guest. I'm going to go straight to you, Big Cloud. What do you think, man? How significant is this? How much do you know about this situation? Is it basically saying that these studios is going to be up for sale here coming in the future, or do you have a different thought process about it?
I mean, we've heard so many times that WB was selling something, right? Mm-hmm. Over and over. It's been going around like, oh, it's up for sale. Like Microsoft was up to buy them at one point. Mm-hmm. Honestly, if it does lead to that where they're up for sale, I'm going to say the same thing like I said last time. I think we had this conversation before where I was like, Sony's known as the Marvel console. Why not have Microsoft be known as the DC?
Yeah.
For Marvel. So I mean, if it does happen and they're on for sale, I would definitely put my money on Microsoft making the purchases. But again, it's really like, you know what I mean? It's so vague. You don't really know what really to expect of this type of thing. You really don't. I mean, you could speculate and say, sure, it might be up for sale, but I don't know, man. It doesn't really say as much. And I didn't really hear much about this, honestly. Like, everybody's tight-lipped.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is. That's why I was saying, like, I mean, I wanted to talk about it, but it's just not enough information yet. It's just kind of like how when we first found out about the Xbox Bethesda or ZeniMax merger, or not merger, but purchasing. Yeah, and then we started getting it after everything became finalized. So we're still in this phase where it's done. The ink hasn't dried yet. And so then we'll start seeing the separation of the studios.
Just like the merger with, Bethesda into Microsoft, studios. Like, you know what I mean? You'll wait for that official, a date when it happens. But for, Microsoft, I would actually, I mean, again, if it is true and they are for sale, I would really want Microsoft to go out for this.
Really? Not Sony?
Nah. See, the thing is, Sony and the whole superhero thing right now, Sony's got one of the best successful characters of all time. They got Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Spider-Man by itself outsold the Arkham series.
Yeah.
Why not have Batman do for, Microsoft what Spider-Man did for PlayStation? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why not do that? I will put money on that type of thing. And honestly, I mean, I don't know if it will happen, right? Because I throw this at the wall so many times, like a Black Panther game, or fucking just different. Because Black Panther will work if honestly, if they were to do it with Microsoft getting Batman, I would bet money Sony would go, hey, Marvel, you mind making us a Black Panther? Can we make a Black Panther game?
That would be
Over.
nasty. That would
And
be
you know
nasty.
damn well Black
Marvel's not doing it
Panther.
no more. They
You know
said
what I'm
they're
saying?
not doing no more of that.
I know. That's
They're
why
not selling no more
DLC.
characters.
Yeah, what's sleazy? No, I'm not talking about even selling them like to Sony. I'm talking about like the idea, have them look over it, like as the overseer type of thing, and have Sony pretty much have one of their studios, like for example, Insomnia Games, make the foreground, make the game, and what happens is both of them work interjection to make the game what it should be. That's why Spider-Man PS4 is so special in many ways. You know what I mean? It was overseen by Marvel, and they also had the proper, team to make that game to what it is.
The perfect marriage, yeah.
Right. It was perfect marriage. So that's why, even with Miles Morales, people can call it DLC, whatever you want to call it. But Miles Morales, even in that short time, Dragon, that shit was impactful, and it sold you on what? Part 2. Part 2 is about to be epic. Yeah, part 2 is about to be epic. Yeah, so they about to do some things. So
and it looks gorgeous.
Oh yeah. Part 2 is about to be. Man, I didn't want to. There's so many theories I could throw at that, especially with the movies. Like, you hear everything with the vampire character. Was it Morbid? Or I think it was Morbid.
Morpheus.
Mm-hmm. So, it's a lot of stuff they can throw out there. I mean, hell, Sony just teased new controllers in conjunction with Venom and Carnage movie.
Yes, I pre-ordered the red one.
So Sony know what they're doing. Sony know what they're doing.
My favorite.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've never seen the Venom movie yet. I haven't seen it.
Really?
Okay, somebody kick out the host. Kick the host.
What's the problem, man?
To be fair, I can see that. I know a few people who haven't seen it either, but it's one of those movies that wasn't really like, oh, I gotta see it immediately. Yeah. I can tell you right now, you have to watch it, at least experience it once. Can't make it experience it once. Yeah, it was good.
Well, I mean, and I haven't seen Spider-Man Homecoming yet either. So.
Oh, okay. Now you
man, listen. Me and my wife, I got my wife watching. Got her into the Marvel series, and I'm not going to watch any Marvel movie until I get it. We got them all down except for that one, and so I'm waiting for her. Instead, I don't want to watch it by myself. I want to watch it. With
Wait, did you see Far From Home? Right? You saw Far From Home, right?
No, that's the. I'm sorry. That's the. No, I haven't seen that one. I bought.
This is blasphemy.
I bought it. I'm just waiting for her to when she gets. Yeah.
Oh man, Dragon, how can you go on in life, Dragon, and not see the most perfect fucking material on TV?
But Wonder Woman.
Man, because my wife loves Wonder Woman. What are you talking about? I gotta see Wonder Woman anyway. All right, let me.
Men tights and pom poms. Wonder Woman, go ahead.
Hey man, listen. Let me go to Noof, man. Noof. What?
1987 was trash, by the way.
Oh no. I wasn't a fan of it. I normally don't dog out nothing, but yeah, I was not.
I told you it was garbage.
Oh no, a lot of people. I don't listen to everybody because you told me the Aquaman was garbage, and I was like, hell no. The crowd replied, no.
I said the first Wonder Woman was okay.
No, that one was hot.
Yeah.
All right, let me get to Noof. Noof, what is your thoughts about the whole merger situation, man? I mean, do you think that there will be the AT&T is just going to do a fire sale once all this stuff is over? I mean, we know that they've already accumulated between $40 to $55 billion to go against their debt. Do you think that they will be trying to sell off the rest of these studios to try to counteract to pay the debt in full?
I do eventually, but I mean the whole situation is kind of complicated. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't want to babble on too much and sound real stupid, but I will say this much. All the IPs in the world it's great to have the IPs. We know how valuable they are, right? And in the perfect world, I mean, Warner Brothers in particular holds the rights to so many franchises that we know a lot of, especially in the movie industry. Things like Harry Potter, The Matrix, so on and so forth. But all the IPs in the world are no good without a great studio to maximize those IPs. The one thing about the Spider-Man game that people kind of forget is that how many Spider-Mans did we see prior to Insomniac's version? A lot.
Tons.
And the majority of them were fair, maybe good, rushed, based around poor movie properties, et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of them came out and basically sold on the name alone, but they didn't really sell and certainly didn't resonate with gamers because they weren't overly good. Insomniac is the first company to nail the character, nailed it out of the park with both Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales. Phenomenal games, both really well done, and selling like crazy. So that's part of the deal. So for me, I think for me anyway, looking at it from a Microsoft perspective, I think they should go for this. I mean, you go for broke. What the hell is it? You're 7 or 8 billion on Bethesda. What's another couple of billion on this one? Mostly, in my opinion, because of Rocksteady. Rocksteady, I think, is without a doubt their shining maker right now. Let's just hope they don't go the way of Crystal Dynamics. You know, Crystal Dynamics coming off of 3 phenomenal Tomb Raider games, or sorry, at least 2 phenomenal Tomb Raider games.
Watch, you said it right, 3. You said it right, 3.
No, because it was
I still got the third one in plastic right now. I haven't touched it.
I mean, watch it. Hey, the third one was amazing. I don't want to hear no slander about the third one. You better talk about my baby girl.
Visual,
talk about my baby girl.
by Montreal.
I can't comment on it yet. I haven't even been.
You'll play it and you're like, man, this. Okay, but anyway, go ahead, Doof. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
The third one was made by Eidos Montreal. It wasn't done by Crystal Dynamics. Right, so that's the thing. Like, so Crystal Dynamics, obviously, 2 phenomenal Tomb Raider games, handed off the reins, come out and did the Avengers game. And I don't know about the rest of you guys in this panel, but I think the Avengers game was the biggest missed opportunity in probably the last 10 years. I think they missed the mark. They nailed some things, but they failed on a lot of things. And one of the biggest reasons I think the Avengers struggles because they tried to be too many other games and not its own entity. We did not need all.
I agree with that 100%.
Right?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Some people like it, but they're few and far between. How many people are actually playing that game today? Like next to nobody on my list, anyway. But anyway, not to get off topic. Rocksteady is a massive studio. They're obviously very talented, have nailed pretty much every Batman iteration they can. So if they can get that studio, and they're probably going to shell out a little bit more to get the IP part of it. But just having that Warner Brothers name behind it, a very recognizable name in both the movie, music, and video game industries is huge. And I think Microsoft can ill afford not to get them, because if they don't, somebody else will, and it could be Sony. And if Sony... You know, I think, like I said, if Sony does go all in on them, they will go on it, and they're going to go balls to the wall, and they're going to try their best to get those properties because they know exactly how much Spider-Man started moving PlayStation units. And that's the difference between Microsoft and Sony. Sony does care about how many PlayStations they move, where Microsoft technically does not.
Excellent point.
Well, yeah, because the platform is Game Pass. So.
Right. Like, no, I mean, great points already. You know what I'm saying? You guys already killed it. We could just go ahead and just go to the second topic, because I don't think anybody else will touch that. Anyway, no, D will, because I know D is ready. D! What is your...
I almost got out of jail.
I know. I was about to get that slander. I don't want it because it was
give it to him.
No, because it was already it was sounding a little hot. It was sounding a little hot just in introductions. I don't want none of that funk. Anyway, but D, what is your thoughts about this merger, man?
Well, I mean, it just feels like there's rumors or people are just buying stuff up. But again, my concern is going to be WB and how that's going to go, because, you know, I'm a Batman fan. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes as far as, because, you know, I'm still waiting, you know, kind of twiddling my thumbs to get more information about Gotham Knights, because I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, looks good.
And maybe I've just been oblivious, but I haven't seen anything since that Mr. Freeze gameplay. So I'm just like, okay, this is cute, but whatever gets me closer to Gotham Knights, you know, I'm kind of there. So
the one that's RPG. That's the RPG one, right?
No, it's actually.
The one where it's
I mean, it's kind of like RPG because they have like levels on their names. I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's levels, and then there's like drop in, drop out co-op and such, but it's not like typical multiplayer. So I just want some more information. What's going on? I think it's only co-op. I don't think it's multiplayer like other
so
games that we. Yeah, I don't think so. But again, we don't have a lot of information. They showed it looked pretty.
Yeah,
they showed back.
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want more, just more information. But we'll just see how the cards fold. You know, especially with all these events this summer. So fingers crossed.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like the Red Hood's look in Gotham Knights. I'm spoiled on what they. It's basically they gave him the comic look where he has the jacket and the red helmet. That's about it. It's the comic look. I'm so sold I'm still sold on the Arkham Knight version of him. I thought that was the dopest look.
Yeah, he was dope. He was dope looking. But that game was ahead of its time graphically. I mean, Rocksteady, man, Rocksteady doesn't get enough credit. They make some banger ass games.
They made the pistols turn into like what was it, a sniper rifle? Like it does it on the fly or something like that. Like, bro, he was just
it was sick. And then also like another studio, which I don't know. Well, I'm gonna give my studio. I think I maybe 108 will bring it up, but because I mentioned it in before we started the show. But everybody's caring about Rocksteady and NetherRealm, but like I said, there's another studio that I think is just as important as all three of them. But I'm going to go. D, you can keep going. I'm sorry if I interrupted you.
Oh no, that was it.
Okay,
that was it.
Okay, all right. So let me go to Slayer on this. So what do you think about this, Slayer?
As a student of the game, I go back and I read history. It's funny that this is Warner Brothers because it reminds me of when they bought Atari in the first place. They were really that influence that made Atari stray off their path, and and cause that game, the crash of '83 or whatever, and change the gaming landscape until Nintendo showed up. And it also reminds me of the merger of AOL and Time Warner in 2000 or 99, And then so this whole thing with AT&T, is also reminiscent. Well, in my opinion, was a response to NBC Universal and Comcast. You have a communications giant and content. You put those together, and now it's a walled-off ecosystem of content and the platform that you watch them on. And AT&T wanted the same thing, and they picked up Warner Brothers. And so in this past week, we see that they're reorganizing everything where they have all the content together and all the communications together, because we all assume that they're about to sell, So everybody's talking about Rockstar and NetherRealm, and when you talk about Warner Brothers, that's a lot of IPs to make games on. There's comics with DC. There's so much. So this is why everybody, is looking for Microsoft, to pick that up. And this is the discussion we were having last year, if not earlier this year as well.
Last year and earlier this year. Yeah, both. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened last year, and if that has any bearing as to what AT&T is doing now. But if there's smoke, there's fire, I feel. But I'm hoping, that Microsoft is the one to pick it up and not, Amazon or Google or Sony. We don't have to worry about Nintendo. Nintendo is not the type to be interested in that. But it's interesting to see that history is repeating itself more times than one. Particularly when it comes to Warner Bros. Like I said, it was them who picked up Atari in the first place, and the gaming landscape today could have been very different if that never happened back then. So we'll just have to wait and see. Because there's a lot of rumors and stuff. None of this is facts. We really don't know what's gonna happen. Who's looking to buy, if offers are on the table, or if they're really just looking to sell at all, or if this just was a reorganization and that's it of AT&T. Really don't know. We just have to wait and see. But everyone is hoping. They're looking to sell, some of this content and developers and whatnot. But who really knows? So that's what I think.
Yeah, no. The only thing that's facts right now with regarding anything is my pitching with my Padres. Anyway, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Look at that. Watch that game play with my Padres, baby. Woo! Still rain, brother.
Yeah.
What do you think, man? I mean, we was kind of getting into that discussion a little bit earlier, but is there going to be a fire sale coming? Do you have? Are you anticipating a fire sale coming, and everything is just up for grabs coming up here in the future from AT&T?
Am I anticipating it, man? Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, because Microsoft, I feel like, to me personally, is the only company that has enough sachet and enough capital to make the purchases that are going to be necessary. Again, like many other people that touch on it, it's always down to the IP. You know what I'm saying? Even Nufa touched on that earlier. It's always down to the IP, because what's the point of you getting everything if you're not going to get the IPs with them? It makes it completely useless. Or if you got to cut deals and do everything else, and even if it did come down to that, the only company that makes sense to cut those checks and make things happen and can look at the long play is Microsoft. Now, could Sony do it and maybe, do a little spin move and maybe get another realm on the low key just because they got Evo? Maybe want to lock that in. I don't know. But at the same time, it's one of those things. I would imagine that Sony would maybe look at that, just because I've always known, for me, especially coming up, Sony was the fighter platform for me. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about a fighter,
yes, it was,
I typically think about Sony. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they use it for these tournaments and whatnot. Even though they do use other platforms also sometimes. Most of the time, it's always going to be Sony. So
now really the king of fighters is PC.
Yeah, facts. Because you get the best
Yeah, but not at the tournaments though.
Not the tournaments. No.
Yeah, if you just talk about casually, PC for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But,
ironic as hell.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Ironically. But anyway, for me, the thing that I'm interested in to see, because what I was interested in before, when there's this whole play with WB was being talked about, is the Nemesis system. The reason why I am looking at the Nemesis system as far as everything that they got going on with all these players, and this is the selfish thing for me, is because of games like Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. These two games basically demonstrated to me of what a true AI opponent is supposed to be. A true CPU, basically AI player at this point, because that's what it does. You know what I'm saying? It completely transforms the gaming experience. No one playthrough is going to be the same. You talk to your homeboy about Grub the Destroyer, whatever the case, he might be like, I don't know about Grub the Destroyer, but Kang, I'm just gonna come over around. Kang, the Doom dude, he smacked me around. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I never even ran into that man. The experience is always different. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if Microsoft was able to get that in, and I know a lot, people are like, Microsoft already don't know what to do half of their IP half the time. They in this whole process. But if they was able to get a system like that in place, can you imagine as many games as they can put that in and actually change the game as far as like your overall experience with, let's say, what if From Software was able to maybe cut a deal with that tech with Microsoft and say, hey, let us use it. They would never do that, but of course they do things completely different. But just using it as an example of really giving the end user in games down the line a completely different experience. I feel like that would elevate a lot of things, at least for me. And I think there's another one, and I don't want to take all your monoliths, because I feel like that might be the one that you might speak to.
That's the one. Hey man, no, that's fine. I'm just glad somebody mentioned it.
I was going to Rock, you know what I'm saying? He did bring
yeah.
It's funny about his point though. Sony just filed a patent for Evo where you can bet on your fights.
Exactly.
So,
they're gonna rake in money. They're gonna rake in money.
If they do that and partner with, let's say, Bitcoin. Unless you do that via, I'm saying.
No, that's another. See, what I've been seeing, what Sony is doing on this is doing what a little bit of what Tencent's doing. You know what I'm saying? 108 has been absolutely right about how Tencent operates. They don't really dominate, or just fully purchase. They just nibble. You know what I'm saying? And just get enough so they can still keep their
bets and make money.
Yeah, but go ahead, Rain. Go ahead.
But nah, because just to dive into that monolith back just a little further, I know a lot of people might have slept on this. Like, okay, for example, like Fear. I was never a big Fear dude, but at the same time, I don't like playing horror games like that. That's just me personally.
Are you scared?
It ain't about being scared, man. I'm not about to have some shit pop up out of nowhere and I punch my teeth.
I'm not into horror games either. Now look,
I'm not about
Resident Evil 8 doesn't look anywhere as bad as Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 made me tap out like I'm out.
7 looks dated compared to 8. I tell you that.
No, I'm not talking about graphically. I'm talking about fear factor. I'm talking about I'm like, yo, I'm in here and
Well,
yeah. The fear factor with I was like, this shit is not right. This shit feels too real. I'm like,
This shit is not right.
tap it out. Tap it out.
You know what it was? A lot of people put the 7 scary because of the VR. That's what it was.
I can imagine.
That's VR game today.
I am not putting the herpes machine on my eyes and playing that demonic game.
You giving yourself herpes because it would be yours.
No, I gotta buy a new. But man, listen.
We can get the replaceable face pad things. I'm telling you, like $5, man. That is not an excuse not to buy this stuff, man. If you really want to.
Listen, I do not want to hear this VR. This VR. Listen, for people who love VR, I am totally for you loving VR.
STDs. That's what we
do. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? The herpes machine is not for me right now. Listen, I told you.
Why y'all keep calling it the herpes machine? I don't understand.
Okay, because people. No. Okay, this is the truth. This is a true fact that there was people that was contracting eye herpes. From putting on
this thing is eye herpes.
Yes, I swear to God, it is. I'm not gonna wolf tickets like that, bro. Go look it up. That's what it's called. It's an eye herpes. It's an eye herpes. No.
This say it's not for you, fam. That's all you guys.
No, bro. Clap. Big. No, honest to God. Everybody go look. Hey, people in the chat, go look it up. People think that I'm over here wolfing tickets. No, go look it up. There is a thing called eye herpes. And there were people. There were people that were contracting eye herpes because they were
eye herpes.
Eye herpes. And
he was somebody on Twitter didn't make that up.
No, man, it's an act. I just said look it up and you'll see it. Listen. It's just check. Just Google it. Just type eye herpes.
Like saying I want to use your condom when I'm done. Come on,
bro. Like I said,
so are people buying like pre-owned ones? Cleaning them properly?
Yes. That's what I was trying to explain. What happened was that the people was they had the VR things and display. And you know how some co-workers are. They don't give a shit. They ain't go clean them things properly. And so people put them on after other people, and how you contract eye herpes, the eye herpes, is people sweat, or like they got water coming out of their eyes and stuff, and then other people put that shit on, and then that sweat gets in their eyes and they contract herpes. It is a true term. Go look it up. Go look it up. I swear. Go look it up. I'll put that on everything. I herpes.
$5.
Hey man, I'll put $100 on it. Go look it up. It's a medical term. I herpes. I herpes. Go look it up. I'm putting that money on it. Okay.
My PlayStation.
I'll buy 2 games. I'll give away 2 games if I herpes ain't a real thing. Go ahead.
Hey,
Noof. Hey man, Noof. Well, that one.
Just look it up. It's
people. I told you.
I'm so lost right now.
I know, bro. Okay, anyway, go ahead, Ray. Sorry.
What you trying to give me? Herpes?
Yeah, girl. You trying to put that on my face? I want no eye herpes. Anyway,
give me eye herpes. Stop staring at me.
Oh my God, let Ray finish, man. Go ahead, Ray.
That was it.
Okay, all right. 108. Now, since you want to sit here and talk about eye herpes, what do you think about the merger?
I think the merger. If Microsoft could pick up Batman, it kind of be a balance of power that they got a superhero. If you only have an Xbox,
yes,
that you can't play, and with Mortal Kombat. Evo sounds good, even though Sony don't own Evo. It's only an investment to help Evo strive. They don't own it, Yes, PlayStation is a fighting system, but Killer Instinct sold 10 million, and Mortal Kombat 10 and 11 sold over 10 million. So I think Microsoft should pick up both of them because they do got the bag. Sony don't really have the money to go out there and buy big developers. They're doing the Tencent route, like KMEGA said, and they're making small increment investments in Crunchyroll and Evo, and it's good for them. But the way Microsoft has been on a roll, I think they need another big situation, another announcement to keep the ball rolling and say, listen, we picked up these IPs, or we invested in, what KMEGA is going to talk about when I'm done, Monolith, and he's going to go deep into that. But I would like to see Microsoft pick them up because I don't like what Sony did with Spider-Man, and Marvel said they will never do that again, giving anybody any movie rights to a specific character. That's why we got She-Hulk coming instead of the Hulk, because they gave away their IPs. You know what I'm saying? They can't get them back from Columbia. They can't get Spider-Man back from Sony, and they want them back for themselves. That's why we had the whole debacle of them splitting up. He's in the MCU. He's not in the MCU. Sony said, "Oh,
that's
we're not going to do this." Yeah. And then they said, "You know what? We're going to charge you this now." And then they said, "Oh, no. He's back in the MCU, and give us that discount." So Disney will never, and Marvel will never give up a character again. So I think, let's get a balance here. They got Spider-Man, which we can't touch. Not me, but just I'm talking about the specific console gamers. Get Batman. Each one teach one. Facts. Like, if you want to play dirty, we got the money to play dirtier. I mean, you don't have what we have.
Mm-hmm.
So buy it.
Right.
And then, if you start playing that checkbook for checkbook, Sony gonna run out.
But see,
they don't have the money to do that.
But I just don't. That part, listen, I know Phil is very competitive, right? And I know that, with other games, with the ZeniMax games, I think it's a different story, right? But with a game like that, or with Mortal Kombat, I'm not tripping. I don't think I really want to press Xbox gamers that would really be tripping if Mortal Kombat would be multiplat. Because I just don't. To me, sport.
But you know what, KMEGA?
It's
about the console idiots. It's not about us.
I know. I
crossplay.
I get it.
Combat 11.
I get that.
Care.
But no. I get that. But I'm just saying, in a sense, you know what I'm saying, in a real world perspective, because Microsoft could, they got the bag to do it, but.
Yeah, they got it.
I just don't think, with Batman, I could definitely agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? Make that exclusive for them, be on a kind of like that DC thing.
Yeah, that's got to be their counter, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a good counter. But with the game, with the games like Mortal Kombat, no, I don't think any Xbox gamer would be like, I can't say any, because I know that there's some.
No, you can't.
Listen. I want PlayStation to die. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I know.
As much as I am,
that's true.
I want to see the world burn.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let me rephrase. But Mortal Kombat. But I don't think overall, the media or anybody that's reasonably thinking would want Mortal Kombat to be to be exclusive. It just doesn't make any sense.
It don't make sense. That's like Tekken being exclusive to PlayStation.
Right. And it's just like with MLB. Any sports game or fight or any fight or any sports, no, I know that, but that's why MLB isn't anymore.
One time it wasn't on PlayStation.
That's a whole different game, though. I'm talking about sports games and fighters. They need the biggest
iconic characters.
They need the biggest audience than some single player games do, because the genre. I love the genre. I loves the genre. You love the genre, but the genre is not as big as some of these other properties out here. So Mortal Kombat being multi-plat, I wouldn't bitch about it. If some crazy fool came to me and said, it's Xbox One again. No. It's not even about that, because you're still going to buy Mortal Kombat, and you're still going to give Microsoft money if they decide to get that property. So, so it's still a win-win. It's no different than just anything. Right. So, but hold on. But I got to do this before we move on. I got to say this I got to ask Cletus this, right? Cletus, have you ever heard of iHerbie?
Yeah, I think I invented the iHerbie back in the day. That's probably how it ended up getting out there. You know what I'm saying?
They make it stupid.
How did you invent the iHerbie, Cletus? Cletus, how did you invent it? What did you do?
And I think it all started with my great-great-grandmammy.
With your grandma?
Yeah, I think it
Lord
all
have mercy,
started one time,
Jesus.
long time ago with my
Whoa,
grandma.
boy.
Somebody came to visit, and grandma had a fake eyeball, right?
Oh, Lord have
She
mercy.
took her eyeball out, and I think whoever that was that visited tried to bang the eye hole, and then we
Tried to
yeah, she
bang the
got
eye
So
hole.
somebody visited, right? So who you don't even know who visited? Okay, go ahead,
no,
go ahead, keep going. Keep going.
I wasn't born then, but I think the eye herpes
Oh,
have been passed from pig to pig ever since. You know what I'm saying?
Pig to pig,
whoa,
man.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Listen.
whoa, whoa. So hold on, listen. I'm a country boy too. You know what I'm saying? I used to.
Yeah,
I
and
used to.
he definitely sound like somebody who's kissing cousins.
No, I don't sound like I kiss cousins. Listen.
Well, you know what they say: the closer the skin, the closer the kin, the better the skin. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right.
Oh
But
no.
this is the thing right here, right? Though, so, I mean,
Bro.
as a country boy
I'm off
who's out
for
here
real. I'm off for real, man.
who used to feed pigs, used to feed them slop. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Why would you?
Well, Noof, my bad.
Why would you? Why would you even consider even looking at a pig? I mean, what's the attraction to the pig to where you could even contract the eye herpes?
What?
Well, there's easy access. You know what I'm
Whoa!
saying?
All right, thank you.
They get down dirty, they pink, they stink, they snort, they're ready to go. You know, like
Oh
you turn on the
Ready to
lights and
go, man.
God,
it
Lord.
feels just like a plump lady. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. You know, I like a plump lady. I don't mind a plump lady, but I'm just saying, that's a
Oh
that's a
my
little
God.
different. That's a different
I
type of
think y'all should
plump.
have this podcast with each other.
You know what? I think me and Noof might be thinking about doing something here in the future.
Holy cow.
Anyway, all right, man. Let me get on to the next topic. I do think
Yeah, Lord.
before we get to the next topic, I wanted you to say
I'm from New York City. We have nothing to do with these down south and south.
Noof ain't even from out here. Noof is out there
I
from
don't kiss
Canada.
cousins. You know, family is
Oh
family.
man, come
You know
on,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Come on, man.
Wow. No comment. No comment.
No comment. Listen, you East Coast cats just don't understand. Anyway, so let me.
Oh man.
All right, let me stop. Let me stop.
No
Okay,
kidding.
time out, foul. Anyway, so let me go ahead and just say this
Oh, that was good.
before
That was good.
that was good. I know. Let me go. Let me get to before we get to the next
I
topic.
thought we were talking video game topics, huh?
I don't know. Hey man, when Cletus comes on, man, I love Cletus. Cletus, man, he reminds me of my uncle, right? Like
You
I
said
just
poke
like him.
out the eye, and it's easy access. I'm done.
Oh my
I'm
God.
done.
Anyway, so monolith is very important for I think in a whole bunch of reasons, because if you could put Microsoft's machine learning, you could implement that engine or whatever that is, that what you would call it from monolith, because WB or AT&T patent it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, look, that situation with what they do with those games with Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, if you can implement that into, let's say, Gears or Halo or anything else within Doom or any of these games, and then you also add machine learning to that, you're almost feeling like you're playing against a human character that's advanced. That is the best shit ever. And also, what a lot of people don't know is that Monolith is also in Seattle, not too far from Microsoft headquarters. And then I just found out yesterday that the vice president left, and he is over there at EA now, because EA is going to start making open world games, which, like, I've been trying to tell people, don't sleep on EA and what they're doing. EA is going to make a big turnaround. They've been getting a lot of flack, just like Microsoft has, and I think what they're going to be doing with what they're
That's going
doing,
to be their ace card for Microsoft.
Yeah. So Monolith, with the machine learning, with everything else that they're going to be doing, it's going to be something to behold if they can acquire them. It's just we don't know yet, but from my speculation, the most important studio other than NetherRealm, and I know a lot of people are going to say Rocksteady, I get it, to me is Monolith, because of that engine, because of that AI that they have. That I forgot what it's called. Do anybody remember what it was called? What they
Nah,
showed? I can't remember.
No,
Okay.
I don't remember.
All right. So anyway, let's get on to the next topic, though. All right. So this right here, I'm going to go to you, Noof, on this one first. PlayStation, right? PlayStation came out with some. Well, it was an article talking about PlayStation has an announcement of a Final Fantasy exclusive. Now, I don't know if that means it's going to be timed exclusive, but I'm going to take their word for it and say that it's exclusive, and they're going to announce it here next month, which is just a couple of weeks from now, in June, that they have a exclusive Final Fantasy game. First, the question I want to ask you is, what Final Fantasy game do you think that could be, or even if you care? But how significant is that? Well, no, I mean, because I don't know if Noof really is into the JRPGs like that. Yeah,
one real quick.
Yeah.
I was like this. I'll answer it with this. There you go. There's my answer.
Oh God.
I'm a big Final Fantasy person.
Yeah, I know it. That's what you know what I'm saying. I should have came. I'm going to come to you first on another topic there, because I was like, man, I kind of want to keep you guys with it, but I was like, damn, Noof is not going to care about the JRPGs like that. So
just give me some more Tifa. That's it, and I'll there you go. That's all I need.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so you're into Final Fantasy VII Remake though.
Yeah, that's the only one I've ever friggin' no, hang on.
Okay.
I did buy Final Fantasy VII Remake, yes, and I bought the one before. What the fuck was that? 15?
15? Yeah, with the boy band.
On the Xbox.
Yeah, the
that's
boy band.
literally the first Final Fantasy game I've ever purchased in my life. So,
okay,
and that was only largely because they changed it to more of an action RPG style.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the old turn-based stuff back in the day, I could never get into those games. It was just like any of those RPGs that have turn-based action in them. I was just like, I'm out. Yeah, I'm out.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna go to you, Bit. Okay, so this is definitely in your wheelhouse. I think this is big news, because I don't know which one it's going to be. I think personally, if they bring a remake to Gears Tactics, which was a PlayStation exclusive back in the days, back on the old PlayStation days, I think that would be huge. I know a lot of people may not remember Final Fantasy Tactics, but I think that would be huge. But what do you think? What do you think that this game could possibly be?
All right, so the last third-party show that they did, and they said anything Final Fantasy related, I forgot what it was, but I remember they said console exclusive for that particular one. But as far as like the big, like reveal, whatever it could be, I'm not sure if it would be. I forgot the name of the second. What's the second episode for the remake?
No, I don't remember what the
Intergrade. Is it called Intergrade? I don't think Intergrade.
Well, I thought that was the deal. I thought that was the DLC.
That was DLC.
That's
okay,
DLC.
So I don't think that's not gonna be exclusive or anything. But honestly, it's hard to really speculate for me personally. I mean, I don't know. Sony's idea of going for everything. Sony's more, it's like they go for that crazy, that wow moment, right? So whatever it is, it has to be something like legit, that's going, blow you away type of thing.
Right.
And when you look at what they've done over the time, like, since then, it's like, it really, really just, you can really guess all day of this one. It's like, hard to really say.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, it is. And that's why I went to Noof, and then I was like, oh, shit, Noof ain't going to care. So that was why I was like, man, let me go back to you. Because maybe you might have, more insight. Because this news just can't drop today. It's just more of the thing to that.
We definitely know they got some stuff though, because their head of PR said there's 25 exclusive, right? Mm-hmm. And half of those 25 games that are those exclusives are new IPs. So we know stuff is happening. So what do we know? If you do a little detective work, well, we know Insomniac Games keeps tweeting what Resistance Fallen Man. Yeah. They're tweeting Sunset Overdrive. You got Sony talking about SOCOM not too long ago.
I hope to God
A lot of people are hoping for SOCOM.
A lot of people hoping for
Everybody who wants SOCOM is in their late 30s and early 40s or mid 40s.
Or getting close. And the thing is too, another thing that's been talked about, and I'm pretty sure y'all heard about it, was Metal Gear Solid Remake.
Yeah,
at some
we did hear about that too.
And Metal Gear Solid Remake, the last time I heard anything about Metal Gear Solid Remake, and this goes back into a future purchase from Sony, and that's Bluepoint. Bluepoint was rumored to be making the remake. Mm-hmm. And aside from Bluepoint making that game, what else have we heard? Castlevania supposedly making a return, and Silent Hills, which we were going to hear something about in the summer. So there you go. So it's a lot of crazy stuff to look out for. I mean, honestly, they got
it could be mad indie games.
There's going to be some indie games in there. Don't get it twisted.
Nintendo showcase.
Hey, you know what? Listen.
Here's the thing about Nintendo.
20 indie games and one first party.
Right. Listen, this wouldn't be a GRG without no slander. This wouldn't be GRG without no slander. You know what I'm saying? There'll be some more all stars popping off, man. Don't get it twisted.
Before PS4 came out, Nintendo 2 games and 100 games. They put them on stage for the first time. We've been to E3. They're not even in the building.
You know what's funny though? You know what's funny? I was talking to guys about this. Where the hell is my Metroid? Where is my first of all, question.
I said this today to Clowns. I said it to my boy Clowns today.
No, screw what I just said. Where is Bayonetta 3?
Exactly. Right.
Sorry, big
Bayonetta 3.
Because of the budget for what's that game they was making for Microsoft again with the dragons?
Scalebound.
And Microsoft took that bread back. That's what happened to Bayonetta 3.
Man.
Bro, it's like, dog, Nintendo has so many IPs. Now they're doing a Pokemon. The Pokemon game looks lit, but aside from that Pokemon joint, it's like, dog, where are the heavy hitters that you were talking about all this time? Where is that stuff?
They're not finished with Wii U ports. What's wrong with you?
But hold on. But we listen. This is why we don't have our Nintendo assailant here to really break it down.
No, he just likes Nintendo.
You know what I'm saying? PK. But no, bro. Like no, listen, bro. He is. PK is a Nintendo dude. He is all about Nintendo. That was one thing because we lack that here. I love Nintendo. I love Nintendo. I grew up with Nintendo, but the fact of it is, I try to keep up with it, but it's so dry most of the time that it's just like, but no. I'm listen. My man ain't here.
You're preaching, but I want to tell you the phone calls I get.
Wait, what's that? Oh, here we go.
Hey, yo, PK, what up? Hey, man, I'm just calling, checking on you. I'll be like, hey,
that sound like more like 100.
Everybody good.
That sounds more like 100. Because you said Maine.
Yeah, no. He says it too. Listen. Okay. He goes, hey, man, I'm just checking on you, And I was like, how's everything? I said, you shouldn't even be at work. No, I just clocked out at 5 o'clock. Yo, so what you doing? I said, I'm sitting here watching Supernatural. Yo, I'm gonna be popping on Smash Bros with my kids. You wanna play? I'm like, nah. But you never play with me. I'd be like, PK, come on, man. I don't really like the game like that. But I need somebody to play. You know what? I'm gonna come on.
Listen. When PK was so excited when I finally, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to my brother Yobi Dren, man. You know what I'm saying. Dragonheart Yobi, go check him out. He is one of the he's one of the best people in the community, man. He is a great guy. You know what I'm saying. When I started playing, I played Smash Brothers for the very first time. I bought Nintendo for my son. You know what I'm saying, because I was one of those people that looked at the Nintendo as being a system for your children, not for an adult. And that's no disrespect. It's just how I looked at it, right? And so I bought it. My son loves Smash Brothers and stuff like that. So when I played, and so I said, look, fight night, we gonna do Smash Brothers. Let me tell you how PK acted, man. I ain't never seen him that excited. And then Tarzan, shout out to my boy Tarzan. He's on Twitch. That brother, man, they beat my ass so bad, man. And like, I'm like, man, can y'all give me a chance? I'm trying to learn how to play this because I haven't played Smash Brothers since I played on the GameCube when I bought it for my son. Can I get a chance here? They beat me so they
Hey, look, I think there's Cletus's grandmother.
bro. Bro. Listen. They
man.
treated me like the pig that was like the big girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? They just did me dirty. They did me dirty. They did me dirty. It was awesome. And then he was like, "When you want to smash again?" And then that's when I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hold off on playing that right now. When you saying that to me, because that just don't sound right, PK. But you don't want to smash. And then I was about to say, no, I don't want to smash.
No,
listen, Nintendo Cats is on a different level, but anyway, go ahead.
I mean, you know, Nintendo dudes buy cardboard, you know.
They do.
They bought cardboard. They was like, oh, this is different. It's got Nintendo on. They paid $100 for Nintendo branded cardboard.
Nice cardboard.
Oh man.
Y'all remember the David show? We'll get a 3D printer. Yeah, we're definitely gonna buy a 3D printer or some shit. Come on, Chief.
Brother, it's crazy. Man, thank you guys for coming and stopping by. Again, please hit that like button, show some support, man. And then for the guests that's here, man, Big Cloud, for Noof, man, go support, go follow those guys. Their information is in the link in the description. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting better with this. I know that I've been really country with this shit, but I am trying to get better with it by every show. So let me just go ahead and do that. Go check it out. Yeah, but herpes is a real thing. Didn't you just hear Six Slayer just say that it's a real thing?
I love that.
No,
unfortunately.
Lord.
Yeah.
It's just the symptoms of herpes. It's just the symptoms of herpes. But like, if you have herpes, you know, sometimes it shows up around your eyes. Wow.
It's a real deal.
We gotta have condoms for our eyelids,
bro. I'm just saying.
Wear latex, you know.
That guy's blinking a little weird. He might have eye hurt.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, that chick ain't blinking right. I got it. She blinking a little bit too much.
I gotta dip out of here, man.
All right, man. I know I wanted to. One last. You got anything else that you want to add to that before you get out? With the whole situation with the Sony thing. Okay, all right, cool. So where everybody can find you at, Big Cloud?
Oh, you guys can find me at Big Cloud Gaming, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, RGT Podcast, where we host every Friday on the channel. We have developers. We had Housemark on not too long ago. We had developer from Sony Santa Monica. We had Blue Point Games come through. So we've been doing a lot of work over there, but we have a lot in store. I've just been setting those up. So yeah, this
great
week
channel, great channel, bro.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Nice work. I'm gonna hit them guys up and see. Hey, I say, you know, I'm KMEGA from GRG, man. I want y'all to come through. I wonder if they're gonna sit there and return my.
They're gonna be like, hell no. Hashtag save it. Shut up.
No, man. Listen, we're gonna see. We'll see. But then, thank you so much, Big Cloud, man. You know what I'm saying? I know that you had to do double duty, but man, thank you so much, man. And so down, Lemon can get back to being slanderous, and now I'm all alone now. I mean, I know still Rain's gonna be right, and D's gonna be right, but the rest of these clowns, I have no idea what's gonna happen for the rest of the night. But anyway, we're gonna do this.
Wow. Well, I appreciate the invite, man.
Thank you, brother, man. Can't wait to go back there and back on your podcast, man, so we can over here hang out, man. I gotta reach out to your crew too. For no doubt, man, because I had a good time the last time I was on there, man. But thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. All right, man. Good night, man. All right.
Yeah, wow.
we are. All right, man. So let me go to Rain. Let me go to Rain on this one, man. Rain. The whole PlayStation situation with this. What game do you have? Do you think that which Final Fantasy game do you think that this possibly could be? I was talking to Righteous, and he was bringing this up. He was bringing it up like, oh no, this is the Final Fantasy VII remake 2. They're gonna lock it all down. They're gonna get all this, and I'm like, man, I would pump the brakes on that. Do you think that this could be that game, or do you think it's going to be something else?
Man, be completely real, brother. As much as I don't actually care about it, I'll say this.
Man, what's going on, man? Come on, man. What's wrong with this tonight, man?
16. Hold on.
Oh my
if
God!
If it's Final Fantasy 16, brother, it's definitely going to be some DLC.
Man, come on, Ray! Don't do that, man. Oh my God.
Well, no, I mean, as much as I have a love for Final Fantasy itself, Final Fantasy is not a game or a series that's going to make me buy a console. It's one of those if I'm already invested in an ecosystem.
Yes.
For example, I like 15. I also like back in the day. I like 7.
15.
Like 15
but
too.
15 was dope.
I'm not in a rush
Yes,
to play
it was.
Final Fantasy 7 remake. I'll play it whenever it comes to, wherever it comes to, or when I finally get a PS5, when I get that Pro Plus. It's one of those things to where I like the series, but I just, as far as what else they can have going on, I mean, the only things we know about other than the remake is we know there's going to be another part to that. They're going to eventually release that in another 5 years, and then they'll complete the series at the end of the generation. You know what I'm saying? And then other than that, they talk about DLC, brother. Like, that's the only other thing that could be. I just hope that they continue doing right by the series. Everybody that has played the remake seems to really enjoy it. 14 is still doing really well as an MMO. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it could be, a remake or I should say more so a remaster of Final Fantasy 14. Who knows? Because that still hasn't come over to the Xbox. You know what I mean? And they've been talking about that coming this way for a long time.
Yes, they have.
So,
Them studios is on skeleton crews because they're doing a lot. They're working on like 20 projects.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. It seems like Square Enix is still kind of stretched thin at the same time.
Spread thin, right?
And so they're just doing what they got. That's why their games come out when they come out. So I don't know, man. At this point, I just hope that the games continue to be solid and hope things continue to go well, man. That's me.
Thanks.
No doubt. All right. What about you, 108?
Yo, I'm with Rain on this. I'm not gonna stay long on this. I'm like, you listen. Thank God I'm a multi-platform gamer. Because Final Fantasy should have been on Xbox now with better enhancements. We still ain't got it. We still ain't got a date. We ain't got a mention of it. So for me trying to guess what the hell they're gonna do next, I don't even care. Y'all can't even get Final Fantasy VII right. Remastered or redone, pretty much. It's not really a remaster. It's really a redone game.
It's remade.
It's remade. Like Resident Evil 3. You can't guess what it is because you don't know where they're going. They got their fans up and like, what are we doing? Like, you released Final Fantasy VII remade, and it's not even a whole game.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
Now you want to give us a PS5 upgrade. Okay, I get it. The visual's already fine to me. I get it. But where's the Xbox support? Where is the rest of the content for the rest of the game support? But you want to burn your time on giving us a PS5 upgrade, which it doesn't need. Mm-hmm. So I'm not trying to figure it out, man. Listen, man, I'm just going to go with the punches. I'm going to roll with the punches, man. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm with Rain because this is ridiculous already. It's like with Mass Effect. I'm a big Mass Effect fan. Beat all 3 games 3 times apiece, right?
I am now.
Yeah, Andromeda, they dropped the ball, released the game, wasn't done, finished it. How about taking that effort and move the series forward? Why are we playing a game from way back? How many remasters and how many?
Okay. So I'm gonna have to. Okay. So hold on. I gotta pull this one back on you on this one because to me, now I've been playing this to see. I've seen Attic. He already beat the game and he's already beat it. I see my boy one bit. You know what I'm saying? I seen him.
He beat all 3 already.
There's no way Adam beat all 3 games.
Yeah, no, he did. He beat all 3.
He beat all of them.
He beat all 3. But this is the thing too. Is for me is that like I forgot how much stuff that I could do, and you guys, well, maybe not so much for Rain and D because y'all are newer gamers. I mean, y'all new to GRG.
But that's what you're good for.
No. Listen, I'm talking about how I game. Y'all don't know how I game like that.
No, I know.
Limit and Sick and them know how I game. I got 40
into something. We don't even see you.
Yeah, you don't see me. I got 43 hours still in the first game, and I haven't beat it yet. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Yeah, because I you know what I'm saying? Because I'm seeing stuff that I'm like, oh, I didn't even do that. That's why, it was, to me, it was like,
right. That's why I beat it 3 times.
I mean, look, I didn't, for me, and I'm not tripping because I don't think Attic and them played it.
He's younger than us. He's younger than us.
Yeah. I don't think they played it back then. Yeah, I you know what I'm saying? I played it back then. Combo. Right, and that's the thing for me was that, like, I wanted to. The reason why I spent the money is because I wanted to go back and experience it. I am not wasting my damn coin to go and buy a game just to say I beat it and put in however many ways, because it's nothing wrong with some, because everybody games differently. So some people don't, you know what I'm saying? So when, like, I was talking to somebody the other night and it was like, I hate fetch quests and I'm already on Mass Effect 2. That's fine. That's cool. But for me, I spent $53 for this game. You know what I'm saying?
Which is a great price for 3 classic games.
Well, I should say 30. I should say 35 because I had reward points. But
count the price of the game.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Xbox rewards, shout out. But the one thing to me was that I do not want gang, but I do not want to jump into a game that
and half-ass it
when I've already played it and beat all 3 of those games. You know what I'm saying? For people who just now experiencing, I get it. But for me, I want it all. So I put 42 hours into the game. So it's a little different.
And you know what's crazy, KMEGA? That's my favorite RPG. That's the RPG that put Japan in their place. They couldn't even do no more JRPG after that. They couldn't even get back into the market after Mass Effect. But I ran marathons on those games. The same way, I give you props for 2 games since I met you. Forza Motorsport, with those endurance races, I sat there and watched you for hours. I don't even watch people play. KMEGA I said, I can't do what you did. That's too much racing for me. And it was to the point where if you don't, how many hours you had to play 3 hours? Race?
3 hours for that one. Yeah, it was 2. It was 2 races. One was 2 hours. The other one was 3. Yeah.
And I watched him for a whole 3 hours. He streamed.
You cannot fuck up. You got to be in the top 3.
You can't mess up.
You got to be in the top 3.
And I called KMEGA on the phone and said, I just finished watching you, bro. That was crazy. He was like, you watched me? I watched you for 3 hours. Because I know I don't want to do it. So, and The Witcher. This dude has put in serious hours. We couldn't get him off the game. The Witcher is another amazing game. Over 300 hours of content that's quality. Side mentions are very, very between
I put close to 500 hours in there. And I'm going to put some more in there because I still got some more stuff I need to do.
That game is awesome. But what I'm saying is when he get into a game, he get into it. Yeah. Me, I bust these 3 games' asses. I'm done. And 100 was like, I'm going to check your receipts. We was in the party chat with Clown and Graph and God. Shout out to my team over there, Retro Renegades, 4 guys a quarter. And he went to check my receipts. He said,
what is the name of that whole crew over there?
Oh, it's Retro Renegades. And then it's
No. I'm talking about what are they called? The Guild or something like that?
Oh yeah, I'm going to make an announcement about that tomorrow
the Gamers Guild. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So he went to check my receipts. Then he got quiet. I said, "What happened, homeboy?" I said, "This is my favorite series." I'm telling you, I don't play single player too much, KMEGA.
No, I know. Yeah, I know.
So if I'm telling you, I put the time into this game, I did it. And when he checked my receipts, he was like, "Yeah, you put a lot of time in it." I said, "That's my favorite series." I just said I'm not buying it again. That doesn't mean it's blasphemy. Maybe some new people need to be introduced to that series.
Right.
But I put everything, blood, sweat, and tears into that. I didn't even play Andromeda. I'm like 2 hours into Andromeda. But the first Mass Effect series was life for me. So I get it. I get people. Like I was talking to Addict, and he was like, I said, "But you young. You younger than me. I was doing this when you damn near couldn't cross the street by yourself."
See, and that's the thing too is for older gamers, which we'll go to will be our last topic for the night. Let me just shut up, because I think it all kind of comes home when we do that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So I agree with what you're doing, but I already did that, and I'm not going backwards. I got 760 games. I got at least 300 I need to beat.
Facts.
I'm still rocking Recall. Remember we talked about that last time.
We talked about
that. I said Recall is truly underrated. This game, first of all, is not easy. The boss battles is good, and the platform is on another level like Mario.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't even know it had all that.
Yep. Don went back and started playing it the other night, and he was reminiscing. He was like, "Man, this
It's good.
Yeah, because he was questioning me when I was saying like this game has Returnal has the same type of game mechanics. I'm not saying it's the same game. It's got the same mechanics.
Same style,
yeah, the same style. And it's also a tough game. When you get into those dungeons, it's not
easy. You got to
easy.
do the time. You got to get the key.
And the platforming,
And the platforming, and you got to get all those boxes in one shot. You know how many times I did the first 2 dungeons? Like 4 hours.
Yeah. They're not easy. Yeah, so
you want to get everything. And I still don't even know how to fully upgrade my character and my dog or whatever you call that little robot thing. But the game is definitely way underrated than what it needs to be.
It's a treasure that needs more support overall.
Just like Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And Rise.
Right. Okay.
They're all the same category. My bad.
Oh no, you good. All right. So who did I go to? Rain, and then I went to Lemon. So let me go to D. What you got?
About the Final Fantasy situation?
Yes, about Final Fantasy. Yeah, because I know Lemon just went completely about the other games, and I just let it happen too. Sorry. And then I talked about Smash and everything else.
I'm sorry.
7 hours later.
No, I know. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I need to put my sound effects on. I don't know why I didn't do that.
So I'm gonna disappoint y'all again. I've never played Final Fantasy.
Oh my God! What is going on here?
On Twitter, we're gonna exchange some gamer tags, and you can get a crash course on what the hell to play.
Listen. For people out here for the second generation of GRG. The ladies of Mitchie Dies a Lot and for D, you know what I'm saying, and Jeannie's mom, Ginger's mom, you know what I'm saying. Listen, if anybody wants to hook them up, those ladies up with these games, please do. The links is in the description. Yeah, well, I don't think Mitchie's is. I gotta add Mitchie, but yeah, go. But D is definitely in there. Go.
You know what?
Go help these ladies because something's amiss here. You ain't playing no Final Fantasy. Listen, you got to explain to me why you have not played no Final Fantasy. You're a gamer, and I know you're a gamer. You're a great gamer. Why the hell have you not played Final Fantasy?
Okay, so here's the reason. All right. There isn't. It's unacceptable. There's no reason. I'm not gonna hold you. There's no reason.
I'm gonna blow you up.
No. Yeah, you gonna get the slander. You better give us a public an explanation.
Hold your ground, Ma.
No. You can't hold your ground. Listen, I know she games. She games. You know what I'm saying? We're friends on Xbox. She games.
They're not. Like, who cares?
No. Listen to this man putting this cape on. I'm gonna give you this word. Give me.
Mega introduced you as a gamer. That's a few games. You said, well, I don't care about this because
right. There's certain games that listen, like my boy Noof is different. Noof has tried those games. There's some of them that he don't like. There's some of them that he do. He gets the pass. But for you have never played them. I got to put you on Paul. I got to put you on point. What in the world? Why have you not played those games? Why not?
Okay, so to be frank, right? When I got my PlayStation,
yes, ma'am.
I got my PlayStation in like 2000.
Okay.
I was big into racing. I was big into cars, and that's all I knew was on there. Like, there wasn't no internet back then. You could just see what your friends are playing.
Facts. No, you're absolutely right. 100%.
And being female, I didn't have, like, other friends that were like, hey, did you get that? Like, no, that was the boys thing. So I only knew about Gran Turismo. I played all the Gran Turismos up to PS3. Then Grand Theft Auto came out. And, I mean, I played Tomb Raider. And, my cousins came for Christmas. They brought it.
Yes.
But nobody was playing Final Fantasy. So the entries that I was introduced to were Gran Turismo, Grand Theft eventually, Tomb Raider, classic, the original Need for Speeds. I was heavy on those.
Oh, facts.
Okay.
Like 3 Hot Pursuit, the Porsche one. Like, I was heavy in the Need for Speeds back in the day.
What about Undercover?
Undercover, I think I broke off by that point. I think by the time the PS2 came out, I was mostly Gran Turismo. I wasn't Need for Speed anymore.
Yes.
I had 3 Hot Pursuit and the Porsche one. That's the last one that I recall playing. But then by the time I got to PS2, I was heavily into Grand Theft Auto. Put 500 hours in San Andreas from high school. And then after
way
that,
more hours than I did. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, and somebody wrote up in my file. I almost fought him. But anyways, after that, it was 360. So by that point, I didn't. The first time I heard about Final Fantasy, to be honest with you, was when I got my PSP 2000. And there was some Final Fantasy on it, and I was just like, I don't know what that is. I just got this so I can
so
play
you
Crash.
didn't have a PS1, huh? Because
I did.
Final Fantasy was on PS1.
But PlayStation, the original PlayStation, I got it as a Christmas gift, and they got me Gran Turismo. I think Tomb Raider.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do some homeschooling, right? We're gonna do some FaceTime.
Hey,
and I'm
you know
gonna
what?
Be a professor.
Hey, Brack, look, you know what we're gonna do? What are we gonna do for you? GRG is gonna help you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna help you.
We're gonna help you out. We gonna get you Final Fantasy 15 ready to go. We're gonna bring you up to speed. We're gonna get you some Final Fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Game Pass. They got the Final Fantasies. Try them out. Like, listen. The older Final Fantasies are turn-based, which I don't know if
you got Game Pass.
Yeah, I got Game Pass.
Start there, Final Fantasy. That's your homework for the weekend.
Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 7. Download that. See if you can dig that. If not, then you know what? Then maybe I need the KMEGA as the host. I need to sit there and I need to introduce you to Final Fantasy 15 and see if you can dig into that because you got to play a Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is a testament.
Maybe the only kind of fantasy she's into involves Idris Elba.
Oh, that's a good fantasy to have.
Anyway, what's up, Fonzarelli? Thank you for stopping by. Hey, brother, I'm gonna have to hit you up, man. Sit there and try to have a reunion, man. Bring you back on to the GRG family, man. Have you come in here, man? I do appreciate it that you have that you know the cool shit that you've been bringing up about, you know, this is where you started off to get to where the point that you are, man. I really do appreciate that because not too many people do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing.
We need to get back to the real point here.
Yeah, I love that. I love that though. I appreciate that though, bro.
That's the ultimate fantasy about Idris Elba. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a fantasy.
What do you mean? He was on the covers, man.
Hey, man, listen.
Yo, listen, you about to get your light skin pass revoked, young guy.
Can't nobody revoke no pass.
Oh, my God. Here we go. Anyway, so, again, D, go ahead and please finish, man, so we can go ahead and get to the next person.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ray.
No, that's it. I don't have thoughts because I never played it before.
Oh, okay, no, that's fine. No, Final Fantasy is a testament. Like, I mean, that was one of the games, like Xenosaga, Legend of Legaia. I mean, just Dark Cloud. There was.
Oh, stop! Hey, nigga, stop!
What?
She said who?
Oh, no. I'm just saying Parasite. I know. See, sometimes I do forget I'm older, and I was there when the PlayStation first came out. Like I was in high school when the PlayStation came out.
No, but we all was there.
Right.
It's
but
the age you was there when it came out.
Okay, but did you listen to what she said? She said in 2000 when she was in college. And so therefore
Whoa.
No, you weren't in college?
I was not in college.
How was you? How was you then?
What you was in? Where
was you at? Where was you at?
Christmas 2000, I was in seventh grade. Seventh grade.
Okay. Okay. So listen. There's something. Oh my God. My last topic of the night is just so. Oh my God. I feel so old.
At least she could cross herself from the street when she was that young. She good.
I love my.
You good?
Oh
okay.
my God.
You wasn't in elementary.
Hold on. I gotta check my boy Noof. I know, man. If you ain't around the same age as me, I'm about to kick you out. How old are you, Noof? Huh?
44 are going to be 45.
Okay, you, me and you are the same age.
Hey, Mega, y'all
Yes,
eye to eye.
we
Okay.
eye to eye. Okay, I was like, hold on. I heard we
Stop looking at each other. No
bro. Me and Noof are looking at each other eye to eye right now and trying to fight.
We practice safe eye sex.
Yeah,
whoa. Okay. Anyway,
puffy eyes right now, me and Megan.
Oh my God! All right, so okay. Who else do I got left? Who else do I got left? Slayer. Do I got you on this last topic with the?
Yeah, you older than Slayer.
Right.
Hold on.
Oh, I know I'm older than
I
Slayer.
definitely got a couple of things to say.
I'm gonna pull out my belt. I'm gonna pull out my belt on your ass. You say something bad. Let's go. Go ahead. Go ahead, Slayer. This is a crazy night. I knew it was gonna be wild. Anyway, go ahead, Slayer.
Man, I'm so old. If I fart in your house, you got to clean dust off the furniture.
Bro, hey man, you so old. If you fart in my house, I gotta kick you out because I gotta contaminate it because so you got this old body fart. That shit coming from the intestines. That's coming from the lungs all the way down. You old like me. The loins.
18 hours later.
Okay, Slayer, what do we got to say about this? Go ahead, brother.
Yo, first and foremost, to address the thing or the topic that took y'all way left. Yo, everybody walks in their own shoes, man. Everybody's different age. Like, if she didn't play Final Fantasy or is interested in Final Fantasy, that's the path she took in life, in her gaming life. Like, okay, so she, I mean.
Oh, I'm not mad at it, but
no, not at all.
Not at all.
I was just shocked.
Yeah.
Facts.
I get it, but like,
no disrespect.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't play everything. Like, fall back, But okay, back on topic.
Hey man, I'm tired of your cape. First off, listen.
First of all, he went to the florist.
I know, right? Hey man, this man,
it's a $50 bouquet.
Y'all ain't even the same state. Stop it! What are you doing?
Been talking left and right all show. Now it's my turn to speak. So shut your damn mouth. Okay. So yo, let's get back on topic. All right. But you want to talk about Sony and Final Fantasy?
Yes.
Shout out to Jez Corden. Okay. Xbox is down to play dirty or whatever the topic headline was. Xbox is ready to start playing dirty. Okay. Windows Central posted this yesterday. All right.
Yep. I saw it.
All right, then you're familiar with the article. So now.
Yeah. Shout out to Jazz. Yeah.
Square and Sony are commonly associated with, timed exclusives with Final Fantasy. They've done it countless times. But as Jez brings up in the article, in 2014, somebody from Kotaku,
oh boy,
here we go.
Think about it. Had to make a big stink about it. Oh, right. Like Sony's shit don't stink. Like they haven't been doing this left and right with Square Enix for ages now. Okay, longer than some people have been alive who can hear my voice, who's interested in the subject. Okay, this is what they do. Okay, so this is no skin off my back, but when people want to sit there and point fingers left and right, you need to know the history of what you're talking about before you even think about talking on this subject. Okay, so typical Sony and Square. Okay, and it's just what Rain and Lemon said. I'm not sweating this. Like, let them do whatever they do. I'm going to get it on the platform of my choice. The Final Fantasy remake. The only reason I have that on the PS4 is because they gave it away. I'm not putting my money into that. It's not even a full game. It's not even a full game. I don't care what anybody says. And I've heard people, from both sides of Xbox or PlayStation or whatever, everybody wants to be fake neutral on this. It's an incomplete game. It's an incomplete game.
Man, what is this slander? What are you doing this?
Say this. Before you finish, Sick, let me say this. For those people that got the game on the giveaway, you do not get a PS5 upgrade for free.
That's right. I was going to mention that, but that was out of time.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's right.
And I'm not.
Listen, I didn't ask for slander. But keep it going. Keep going.
That came out of their mouth.
But I wasn't asking for your slander, Lemon. Go ahead, finish, Slayer.
Okay, bruh. But it's not no slander. I'm saying It's blunt truth with impeccable timing.
Yes,
The truth. It's an incomplete game. Okay, I'm not paying no $60 and then have to pay for an upgrade. No.
Okay.
It's Final Fantasy. Okay, the reason y'all were jumping up, about
I bought Final Fantasy Remake on PlayStation.
Has never played
And you get
Final
the
Fantasy
upgrade.
before. It's a big series.
Well, I don't have a PlayStation 5. It's hard to find one. So.
Fucking.
Okay.
Okay, so Final Fantasy is a beloved series. It's been around the block. It's been around for a long time, okay?
Yeah.
And so I can understand why y'all were saying, she hasn't played and blah, blah, blah. That's cool, but a lot of people have it. But it just goes to show. It's a title, just like with Tekken. It shouldn't be locked to one system.
Oh, boy, I thought you was going to say something negative about Tekken. You was about to get the boot.
Okay, well, you need to listen.
Do not talk about the mighty Tekken in any light of disrespect.
Well, you're not going to get that out of me, but if you actually listen before you jump on what I say, you're always interrupting. Always.
Oh my God.
You ain't let me both.
Okay,
my man. Okay, I'm sorry. I will shut up. I'm sorry, sir. Sorry. Go ahead.
But the point I'm trying to make is, this is the same old. Who's really surprised or worried about this? I'm going to wait until Final Fantasy Remake is a complete game. And then I'll get it on the best platform or the best performing platform at the time of release. When the complete thing is there with the DLC and everything, I'm not playing no incomplete game. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
But all this talk about, they pay for exclusive, except when Microsoft did it, from the same publisher, by the way, it was a problem. Right? And now we see that same individual in the press. Now he's doing, like the press tour of his neutralness and whatever. Like, I'm not a fan of this dude, okay? Because he's saying one thing and now he's saying the complete opposite, which is it. That dude is a hypocrite in my mind, okay? I don't care what anybody says. But it just goes to show this is just another day. It's another Final Fantasy game on another PlayStation platform that's going to be a timed exclusive, and it's probably just Final Fantasy 16, right? And it's probably just going to be a timed exclusive. Maybe this one time they've paid enough to make it completely exclusive, which I don't believe. But
oh my God,
it's about that much. Like, who cares? They do this all the time. It ain't nothing new.
Okay, all right. So, I mean, you know what, Sick? You came with a lot of disrespectful slander. They said it was listen, brother. I'm not. You could be right, and I'm not going to say that you're wrong. I'm just saying that they said it was an exclusive, right? The point of the matter is, which is a great point, is that
they've said this many times before, and it only turned out to be timed exclusive.
That is exactly what I was going to say. They said it was exclusive. It is only timed. But listen, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt on this one because I don't think this is going to be a major. A major Final Fantasy title if it's a remake. I think it's going to be something different that would not get
be a side game.
Yeah. It'll be a Final Fantasy game that wouldn't get a lot of gamers upset about it because now we're starting to see a lot of PlayStation. Well, not so much PlayStation, but we're starting to see a lot of gamers starting to be a little bit more pressing towards Sony about their exclusivity ideas. You see what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially with the PC community, it's like, look, okay, I get that you got a problem with Xbox and Nintendo. That's cool. But you know what? PC is not even, is its own entity. There is no reason for you to even exclude us. And so, therefore, you should put that game here. And then, so that's why I don't think that it's going to be a major, like I've seen rumors of Final Fantasy VIII remake. Like, if they did that, that would be something that would get the PC community upset. I got to read the super chat. Sir X Man from the chat. He says almost every Final Fantasy is in Game Pass. She can even play the original Final Fantasy VII. That's a fact. So she can get her Final Fantasy knowledge on, which is true. And also, for because I don't know how long Kingdom Hearts is going to be on there, but Kingdom Hearts is also a Square Enix game too. So if you're interested in that, then you could jump on that as well. But the thing of it is, overall, this is the thing that I look at that could be that's good for Sony, but I just don't. I wish that it for Sony. And I know that there's going to be Xbox fans is like, nigga, you sound like you're trying to be super neutral. I'm not. I'm just being real.
Wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong being neutral. It's just the fact that people, because there's people that think that because I'm an Xbox centric guy that I gotta hate Sony like everybody else, and I don't. Mm-hmm. But the thing to me is that I just
Sony games than a lot of them.
Well, that is true. But the fact of it is that I don't want Sony to mislead the public again. You know, to try to come out and say, well, this game is exclusive, so we can go ahead and sell PlayStation 5s or whatever. And then it comes out that later on this game is going to potentially be on PlayStation 4
We've been through enough
or
of
PC.
Yeah.
We've been through this and the next topic that we're going to get into, and this is where I'm going to get messy with Sony. And that's when I did the topics, I was hoping that, because I knew Big Cloud had to leave early, but I was like, damn, I wanted to get into Biomutant. And that's the next topic we're going to get into. But I do want to say this is with this. Sony, if it is exclusive, make it exclusive. Put your money where your mouth is. Don't be coming out here talking about that it's exclusive and then lie, and then next thing you know, because you have a timed exclusivity rights with it, that you'll jump around and then, it's this and that just to sell consoles, and I understand it's about the business, and then you got your fan base looking like fools. That's the thing about it to me, where it's all about that.
The fan base does that to themselves, but whatever.
No. So for the most part, yes. But for other situations, when there's people that are credible, that I look at like Big Cloud, Kelly Rex, there are PlayStation guys. There are good guys, right? Like I listen to them and I support them. Even with Brap is a good guy, right? Like, but what they do is that they go off of what Sony tells them, and then they look like fools at the end of the day. Because Sony sit there and manipulates the game. And I don't want that for people who are pro PlayStation fans, because if Xbox did that to us, and then let's say I hear you say it, I hear Noof say it, I hear anybody else say it that trying to represent that, then I'm going to call you out, because that's not right. Microsoft is faking the funk and is bullshitting. And Noof, I know you know this 100%, that when there's some things that you say, and there's sometimes that I disagree with what you say, especially with the older games and with the disc games and shit like that. It still doesn't matter. You're about your business. You're a realist about it, and I have to commend you for that. Even if I don't agree with it, the fact of it is that you don't want to sit there and have these people that touts PlayStation to go ahead and look like fools at the end of the day, and then they got to spin a narrative, because then you spin the narrative because you changed at the last second. So I hope that this is a true exclusive, and this is going to stay only on PlayStation and PC. That's all I'm going to say on that. So anybody else got a point they want to say on this before we go on to the next topic?
I just want to piggyback on you real quick.
Yeah.
Because y'all know me, I like to call him a spade.
Yeah.
Because I know one example, and this is the only example that I'm clear with of what you're saying. If anybody needs clarity, I don't recall what the name of the event was, but there was an event where they showed Miles Morales for the first time.
Yes.
They showed some other shit, and I was like, damn, I get my bread up, I'm broke. And they were like, everything that you are about to see is PS5 only.
Exclusive. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And I was like, damn, I'm not getting this shit for 2-3 years. But that's okay, because I already knew I was getting my PS5. So I was just like, okay, cool. This shit looks lit. Okay, taking advantage. And they're like, by the way, just y'all brokies know, this shit is PS5 only. And then there was an article, they're like, oh yeah, it's coming to PS4. And I was like, hold up.
Every time.
Wait a minute. Y'all made a point to be like, don't get your hopes up. This is coming to PS5 only. And then literally every game's coming to PS4, which is fine for me. honestly, because that means I can enjoy it now because I have a PS4. But there were people, because y'all know after every showing, the gaming community, you gotta turn your shit off
They
for a
get the
good couple of
facts.
hours
Yep.
because everybody's just like, oh, and they're just going back and forth like children, and people were like berating, like, yo, PS5 only, let's go, Miles Morales, da da da. And then as soon as they were like, oh, it's on PS4 too, silence. It was just like, oh, we not gonna talk about it. Oh, okay, all right, that's cool. That's cool. Okay,
No,
that's fine.
I mean, no, you're absolutely 100% right. That's the thing to me that's problematic is that is this because this is just a rumor right now, and then when they pronounce it, you see that the PlayStation fans are going to jump on it just like they do with just like with Xbox fans with Starfield. We don't know anything about anything, and then again, it's just like, oh, it's like this, and then next thing you know, it's a game that's going to be on everything in the next year or two. So that's a great point. But anyway, all right, let's move on because now KMEGA is about to be slanderous because I'm about to talk about this Biomutant, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna let everybody else talk about it. So I'm going to go to New first. I know you've been quiet on this, New. Well, been quiet here for lately, and I know you're a guest. I apologize for that. But the situation going on with Biomutant, the studio that's making.
Rufus is not a guest. He's family. Let's go.
He is family. He is family.
That's right. I got eye herpes. So there you go.
No, Cletus got eye herpes down there. Noob got it in there. There's a lot of things going on with your family that I need to ask questions about. But anyway, but Noob, I do need to ask you this question. You know, so I'm going to you first on this, brother. Okay, the whole Biomutant situation, the issues that's going on with the PlayStation 5. I seen back and forth. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of hate. I seen that the developers themselves is like, look, I've seen hate between the Xbox community, between the PlayStation community. I just don't understand why people are upset when we're being upfront with you about the situation with the PlayStation 5. What is your thoughts about this? First of all, with the slander that they're getting from the PlayStation community, and also with Biomutant as a game that Mark Cerny and I recorded it, but I didn't want to, and I kind of wanted to throw that shade, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that because it's, you know what I'm saying, I gotta be better than that. And so, but Mark Cerny himself talked about in his own words about how the PlayStation 5 with AMD, they had their backwards compatibility situation locked
secret
down,
sauce.
And it was they had their quote unquote secret sauce. Everything was going to be right, and then you look at this situation. How much is the PlayStation 5 is in trouble with these games that's going to be on the PlayStation 4 going to the PlayStation 5 overall? What do you get your thoughts?
Well, I don't think this is going to be the first scenario, and certainly not the last. You know, but at the same time, you know, kudos to the developer for coming out and being open on,
Absolutely.
you know, coming out and being open on Twitter and trying to shut down the narrative that people are trying to spin. I mean, didn't you hear the insider say that Microsoft spent $2.1 billion to make sure that Biomutant ran better on the Xbox? I mean, come on, guys,
Whoa, like, hey, that's a real deal? I didn't even hear that. Where did that come from, brother?
I'm not surprised about that one. That's why.
Oh my God, I have heard that one. I have heard that one.
Heard it.
But you know, but that's the kind of crap that people make up and they run with after all. They're paid off. They do this and stuff like that. Look, no, maybe Biomutant runs at native 4K in a few weeks due to a patch. We saw how that was reversed a while back for Xbox as well, when some of the, like, even the Xbox games came out and they ran a little bit. They were, you know, upscaling and different
it
things.
It wasn't up to par. Say it, Noof. Say it, Noof.
Sorry?
I said, say it. It wasn't up to par. Say it.
Yeah, it wasn't up to par. Like, but we saw that from both sides. We saw it on both sides. We saw this with Xbox, and then what? You saw weeks later, a few patches came out, this, that, and then they started to equalize. They were either looking as good and running as good or whatever, or perhaps even better. But look, it is what it is. You know, this is what I tried to state today, and I took a lot of fanboy heat for it. I said, fact is a fact. The Xbox is a more capable console. It was designed specifically to run the new age software, and it was also designed with backwards compat in mind. It was designed, like I said, with smart delivery, with all of that stuff. Microsoft they covered all their damn bases when they designed the Series X. Sony didn't really even care. Look, honestly, Sony would have brushed off the current backwards compat period if it wasn't for the outcry fans. But remember, we don't care about them old games. We don't care about them old games. Right? It's all about the new gen stuff. But then, Xbox started, when it got to the point where Xbox was doing it so well and you couldn't ignore it anymore, of course, the Sony guys secretly like, oh, God, we need to get these games running backwards compat. You know, Sony does. The thing is with Microsoft takes action. Sony is a constant reaction. That's the difference. Sony takes a wait and see and reacts to everything that Microsoft does. And the difference is, again, they don't think ahead of the game. They just think about the wallet and the number of consoles sold and all of this crap. Their bragging rights about the dreaded bangers. You know, like, it is what it is. Microsoft has amazing technicians. Let's call a fact, and that is a fact. That's not me fanboying. It's not me doing whatever.
That's what it is.
Xbox is a fucking beast. It was designed to run things like a beast, and it gets all the bases. And you know what? It's only going to get worse. So brace yourselves if you happen to be a PlayStation-only gamer, because it ain't going to get better. It's going to get worse, and more stuff is going to struggle to run with the nature of the PlayStation architecture, and that's all I can say. And look, Biomutants is a great game, and people that are going to dismiss it just because it doesn't run at native 4K, you're a moron, man. It's a fucking good game. People are loving it already. Like, I'm hearing nothing but praise. And this developer did it with how many people? 20 people?
20.
Come on. Cut them some slack, people. Cut them some slack. You know, like, it is what it is.
You know what? I will let you follow up, but I have to explain this to Noof right here, right? Because Noof, Noof, you know what I'm saying. Listen. I mean, I'm saying Noof has been around, but listen, Noof. When you hear a lot of black people grunting and moaning and it sounds like they speaking in tongues, bro, that means you preaching. You know what I'm saying? That's you preaching. You preaching the sermon. Talk to him. You talk. Yeah. Everybody got your back. That's what it is right here. So you know what I'm saying, brother? Your brother Noof, pass the offering. Help my brother Noof out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Go support. Hey, go, Pat. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You know what I'm saying? That man was preaching. That man was Deacon Noof is in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? He was just nothing but preaching the sermon. That's just what I think, because you know you was hearing noises and shit, and you was kind of stopping a little bit. No need to stop. Don't need to stop. Keep it going. What you're supposed to do is you got to keep with the paces. You know what I'm saying? I know. Cletus and them don't know about that, but brother, you know what I'm saying? You was preaching. Yeah. You was preaching. But anyway, but go ahead. But dude,
I'm going with mine.
Yeah. No, Noof, that was 100% facts. I mean, that I can't say shit to that. But 100, I was gonna say 100. God damn, you know what I'm saying? You know what?
I need to be on here. Shout out to my boy.
Hey,
come back to your family.
Hey, that fool must be talking about me somewhere in the Inglewood streets. Nah. Anyway, so 108.
Prometheus the Great.
Prometheus from the tall leg to the small leg of Zeus. What do you got to say?
Yo, first of all, let me talk facts here. Frauds on both sides of the console wars. Both of these. This game is made for PS4.
You better do it right, because Noof just set it off.
Come on, son.
He set it off.
You know I got them statistics.
Get it.
You know how I do.
Listen, do it. Let's go.
Both of these. This game don't have a next gen patch. Facts. This game was made for the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. It is running in backwards compatibility. When dudes try to get out here, use the cannon fodder and say, "Oh, PlayStation, this is what they're doing." First of all, if you pay attention to digital effery, I don't want to say it.
Oh, I was like, what's happening here? Okay, I was like, hey, let you be Brooklyn.
Let me be Brooklyn.
Okay, Brooklyn.
This is the facts.
All right.
If you notice, if y'all pay attention to anything that Digital Foundry has ever said, they cannot up the resolution on nothing that's locked to the Pro because they don't have those abilities on the PlayStation platform. That's number one. So if the game is made for the Pro at 1080p 60, and that was the highest platform they aim for, that's what you're gonna get. Yeah. So when the developer says, "Oh, it's a hardware issue," you're a liar. The developer is a liar. The game was made at 1080p 60 for the Pro. Now, the game was made on the Xbox One X at 4K native. So in a backwards compatibility situation, you're going to play the game how it was meant to be played on that backwards compatibility platform at the resolution it was supposed to be displayed. We all know native games have hit Xbox One X for the last 3 years, since 2017. 4 years, going on 4 years now. This game is not a next-gen upgrade. It's not a next-gen game. It doesn't have a next-gen patch. So when you hear developers say, "Oh, it's because of the hardware," they're lying.
How they say that again, Lemon?
They're lying.
No. You said, "Oh." I mean, did they come out like that?
But I'm just saying. So we got to take things with a grain of salt. We know the PlayStation 5 can do native 4K games.
Yes.
It's a 9.2 teraflop system. We have an Xbox One X at 6 teraflops.
Throw the numbers at their ass.
4K.
Throw it.
But when you hear things and you hear people use things as cannon fodder, "Oh, look at this. It does 1080p 60. Because it's not with a next-gen patch, you goddamn idiots. It's playing the game on backwards compatibility. So it has nothing to do with the developer. It has nothing to do with the system. This is not a returnal situation where they said it's a hardware issue. What it is playing the game is backwards compatibility at the frame rate it was intended to play on the top systems from last gen, which we all know is the Xbox One X and the PlayStation 4 Pro.
All right, so before you keep going, I have to say this. Sir X-Man in the chat says Sony can't even save cloud save from the previous systems.
To the public.
Oh my God.
What I'm saying is, pay attention to what I'm telling you, and these are the facts. So when you see somebody try to use this situation against another platform or brag about something, these games are not next-gen console games. They're playing backwards compatible, and they're going to play it at the fidelity that they was made in. This has nothing to do with PS5. The developer got out there and lied. You know what it is. It's like when Xbox One X came out, and we're playing Castle Wolfenstein at 4K native 30, and they get it at 1440p, which dropped to 1220p when it gets rough around the edges in terms of action. Facts of the matter. The PlayStation 5 is not a system developed to take advantage of resolution on backwards compatibility because, like Noof said, the Xbox is covering all bells and whistles. Sony is just doing back compat. They got to go into all their games physically and make it take advantage at 60 frames, games like God of War 30 frames a second, because they have to go in there and do that. They don't have a system that can do it on the fly, like with frame rate boost, HDR gaming, quick resume. Please, pay attention to what people say. Pay attention to the hardware. Biomutant is not a next-gen game. It's playing on back compat. It's playing at the previous top systems graphics that they could do for last gen. That's all the fact. That's just facts. And you don't have to like what I'm saying, but it's the goddamn facts.
All right. All right, cool. All right, no problem. No problem. I
want to be adamant about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, you was adamant. You was Brooklyn with it. You was Brooklyn.
But no, it's the truth.
Do you want
an opinion?
Hey, man, do you want to throw some Brooklyn in there?
Brooklyn.
Whoa! Throw that in there.
Like I'm barking.
Yeah, Brooklyn. Anyway.
Catch a super chat from Sir X-Man. He's got another point.
Oh, wow.
Chad is like a dinosaur. He fossilized with his opinion.
Oh, my God. No. I hit up Sir X-Man. He was talking about the Sony couldn't even do the previous systems. But anyway, all right, so let me go on to Liz.
He just want to do slander. He don't. He's the Christopher Hart of the Xbox.
Hey, man, I jumped on on my brother Sir X Man last night on Next podcast. You know what I'm saying? He was coming with that BS. You know, no, let me you know what I'm saying? Noof is here. You know what I'm saying? So when Noof is here, we can just kind of
Now, Noof spoke the truth too.
No. I was coming with that politically correct saying BS, but no, my brother, Sir X Man was coming with that bullshit last night on bullshit with next podcast when he was talking about something that he was hearing from some of the podcasters or content creators that he loves and respects, and you know what I'm saying, shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? I got no ill will toward anybody, but I was just kind of like, you got to stop spewing that nonsense because it just don't make any sense, especially for my brother Sir X Man that always talks about older games, right? Like
the Game Night King.
Yeah, I'm saying,
king of the B button.
Yeah, king. Yeah, I'm the king of the A button. He's king of the B button. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So and he's king of the older games. So yeah, I was just like, come on now, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm king of the touchpad. I like to touch myself all the
time. Yeah. Do you mind if I
if you do that 2 times a week, you live double your life.
Do you mind if I choke it down? I don't mind. Anyway, all through the night. Okay, anyway. All right, so shout out to Changing Faces for all you young kids who don't know who the hell that is. Anyway, so let me go to Still Rain on this one. All right, man. What's going on with Biomutant, man? Why is it that PlayStation seems to be failing in this situation going forward, when at one point in time they were talking about they were 4 generations, and then they backed up and said, hey, we are for generation, we are for, you know, putting games on older hardware. And Mark Cerny himself saying that, with himself at his conference saying that AMD made a crazy amount of progress with that.
You know, they said he got on that stage and told every stage that their backwards compatibility was masterfully done.
Bro, do you mind if I stroke you up?
Masterfully done. I hope you guys seen it.
I don't mind. Do you mind if I
masterfully? The thing about that is it's all you see the cap with everything that's going on, man. The whole situation with Biomutant, I mean, y'all basically knocked it out of the park. There's not much else to say between
Still Rain. Hold on. Before you get started though, I know you about to get ignorant on us, but no. I think you're about to get messy, and that's fine. I love it. But this is the thing that I need to know from you though, because we talked about this too, and we posted it in the DMs. What is that new narrative that's going around now? What is that those 3 little words that's been going around from the PlayStation community here lately? Do you know what those words are?
Which ones you talking about?
Old gen games. Old gen games. They're saying old gen games is the problem if why the PlayStation 5 is having its issues. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Rain. Go ahead.
Again, between like I was saying, between Noof and 108, basically preaching me all the numbers and just the facts of how everything is going on, it comes down to the system just wasn't built for that. And it's especially like everybody keeps saying, like 108 was saying back compat, but it goes right back to what is the back compat though? They said it at the beginning when the Series X came out, that you're going to be playing all these games that are coming out. We're going to support them for the next 2 years, at least. Whereas Sony said, we got to do 3. You know, they said generations, but then it was like, I don't know, man. It looks like we're going to have to do at least 3. So with that being said, people get their panties in the wall when it comes to, we need new gen games. Why are you buying a new gen console if you're not getting new gen games? My issue with that is as a gamer, why is that okay for PC to just upgrade your graphics card whenever you feel like and continue to have access to any game that you purchase on your platform or any game that you end up downloading? Because there's other ways to get games. But needless to say, why could you not be able to buy a console and have access to your entire library? What is the problem with that? The fact that Xbox came out, like 108 said, and has been putting out 4K 30 FPS games, and then it said, because of what we have done with that back compat and frame boost and everything else, and basically how their entire system is working, they're saying, yo, these 4K 30 games are not going to do 60 because we have the headroom to do it. It's just going to, if it's unlocked, it's just going to do it naturally because the system is just flexing its muscles. You know what I'm saying? And like, shout out to the young god, King David. Even little man
facts
can play games at 1440p, 60. I don't know if y'all saw the gameplay differences as far as Biomutant, because they was confident. They was confident.
Dude, Rain is talking the facts.
THQ was confident. They said, "Hey, here's the gameplay for PC. Here's the gameplay for Xbox. For the One, they did it for the One X too. Y'all gotta understand that they did it for the One X also. They that confident to show y'all the performance differences and what is going on. Tell me why.
This is coming from a dude who don't got a console.
This is coming.
People forget that.
100%. I don't have either system yet.
Facts.
I don't.
No
I don't.
dog
I have
in
a
the fight.
PC. I have a PC as of right now, and I have a One X. And yeah, what's crazy to me is that while my One X, even though I'm gonna play Biomutant on PC, even on my One X, why I'm gonna be able to play 1080p 60 on my One X? I thought I couldn't do that. I thought that was impossible with last gen hardware. What happened? Why can't PS4 Pro do that?
No. PS4 Pro does 1080p 60. That's why it's
1080p 60.
Yeah, that's why it's 1080p 60 because it's playing backwards compatible on 5.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the whole point.
And that's exactly how you said it. That's exactly how you said it, right? That is the problem. When you're going against a system, when the One X came out, the PS4 Pro was underpowered at that point. As far as the next iteration, that's why Xbox did it.
They both was underpowered, technically.
They both was underpowered the whole time. But the whole point of Microsoft putting out the One X is to say, look, I'm tired of y'all talking about we ain't got power.
Right.
Let me show you what we can do.
Here's something.
That's Phil's box.
Here's a little bit something. Right. That's Phil's box.
It's not Matrix box. That's Phil's box.
Yeah,
the
S even though that box fucks up on me because I got an update and that's a break. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get something new now because my shit is up because I'm out of warranty.
But when Xbox has been working on backwards compatibility since the Xbox 360, they have put this plan in motion since 2013. Yes. They didn't just do this yesterday. PlayStation, they blatantly told you, we believe in generations. That told you right there, they had no plan on bringing your games forward. No plan. They wanted you to buy these new games that they were releasing at $70 and say, here you go. This is the reason
why. But you know what that is about, right? You know what that is about, Rain?
What?
Tell me. And I try to break this down to people, not to interrupt you, but I got to brought up a great.
You said not to interrupt, but you are interrupting.
I said not to. I asked him.
I know it's good conversation.
Shut up.
No. Anybody, I just give it a hard time. Anybody can say what they want to do. It's great.
Rain brought in a point. The point about the PC Master Race has something to do with power. It's just that when I upgrade my hardware, everything comes with me. That's really what PC Master Race means.
Exactly.
We have no limitations. It's a mercenary system that we bring everything with us. And Microsoft just brought that to console. PlayStation are not a PC entity where they made PCs, but they wasn't PC gaming invested. So they don't understand no generations. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, continue, brother. My bad. I just had to point that out.
No,
a lot of people don't understand that.
Because you're stating, you also stating the facts. It's one of those things, people are so stuck up in their mind and so stuck up in their own ass about how we did things before. Xbox had digged into their PC pockets, their service pockets, and said, look, why can't you just do it the same way PC guys do it?
And I got a question for you before you finish. Go ahead. I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you got a back catalog?
I got a hell of a back catalog.
Okay.
I can tell you
so when you upgrade your PC, right? You upgrade your PC, right? Do you want to lose your back catalog of games?
No.
It could be a great game like The Witcher you never beat. Like, I never beat The Witcher. I watched KMEGA play more than I even played the game. So what I'm saying is, if you got a game on that level, right? Like, I just went back to Recall. I'm like, oh, this is a whole new experience. I don't care what year it is. It's a new experience for me because I didn't experience this game. So you upgrade to a new console. You didn't finish Grand Theft Auto 5. You didn't finish Red Dead or whatever game it is, Mass Effect, whatever. So now you move to PS5. Nothing works for you. That's a negative.
It's not a good feeling to have. I'm tired of going through these
now you got to keep an old console, spend all the money for the new one, whereas I could trade in everything and I just get an external hard drive or keep my external hard drive and keep it pushing.
Facts.
What's a better situation? You tell me, Rain. That's a question for you. What's a better situation? PC gaming, bring everything. Console gaming, bring everything. Console gaming on a PlayStation side and say only some things gonna work.
The better option is more accessibility across the board.
Facts. So how can people be mad? Why people are mad with that?
Because
Why do you think people are mad with that?
You have to be mad if you want to get attention. That's the difference, and that's what I really want to express throughout this entire community, bro. That is the entire point of me being
individuality.
We have to get out of this entire old ass mindset. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been PC gaming online, multiplayer gaming, since I was 10 years old in the year 2000.
Younger than me.
Well, I was about 8 then, but again, since the year 2000, I have been PC gaming online. I have carried over every single game from PC to PC to PC without a second thought. After the 360 era and the Xbox introduced the back catalog, but see, this is the thing that people get messed up, because I'm not a console fanboy per se. I am a fan of Microsoft as a company. I don't like Sony because I've always had terrible customer service with them. I've never had a good experience with Sony, but I have plenty of memories with PlayStation. So I accept and I love PlayStation for what they bring. But PlayStation has to give me a reason to buy a console. Every game that y'all keep talking about is not a game for me. It's not a game for me to buy a console. It's not. You know what game is? Factions. Why? Because I'm a multiplayer eccentric gamer. I went through a period of time where if the game did not include multiplayer, I am not paying $60 for a game that I'm going to play once and then not play again. I'm not doing it. A single player game is not all it's different for different people. I'm just using that as an example.
No. Keep going.
So
you're making a great point.
What's that done for me is that now I have a backlog, right? And luckily I got a solid ass computer, this, that, another thing. And like Lemon was talking about, you played Mass Effect and that's that another thing. I didn't, right? So the Legendary Edition. I'm on Mass Effect 2. The first game.
Brand new experience for you.
It's magnificent.
Facts.
And it's crazy because I'm experiencing it in a new form. It's it's an older game or whatever the case might be, but it has a new coat of paint on it. It moves a little better, feels smoother.
Change a couple controls.
4K controls is a little different. And I'm loving that series. Another example, I went back to Dead Space. I haven't touched Dead Space either.
Oh, you got me hyped when I watched your gameplay.
It came out in 2007.
We had that conversation. Facts.
You know what I was playing in 2007? Gears of War. I'm not playing Dead Space. I got Gears of War that I'm playing at a competitive level. So now, needless to say, now I have a back catalog that's completely built up, right? On Xbox and on my PC. Being able to go back and say, and Xbox saying, hey, we've done all the work, all the games that you have. Here's the frame boost. We want you to have accessibility.
Take advantage of it.
Take advantage of what we're doing.
Right.
I know before in 2013 we was ahead of the digital age. We were trying to tell y'all, things are going digital. Those who you want to still do your hard copies, cool, do that. But we're letting you know we have an option. 2017 Game Pass release, they said, look, we have an option.
Options.
2021, they have over almost 500 games, I believe. More close to 400, I believe. I
Yeah,
might
it's
be
like
wrong in that.
it's like a little bit over 300. Yeah, in Game Pass it's total 300.
They being modest by saying 100 plus. I'm like 100.
No, that's
like
right.
300 games in there.
The homie Dot, he counted them up. It was like over 300.
It's over 300 games. Yeah, so
and almost 200 of those are frame boosted at this point. And they're only continuously to do it more and more and more. Y'all can say, yo, who's playing old games, brother? But
everybody with a back catalog.
You can't.
We're all playing old games right now.
Everybody's playing old games. That's right, Noob. Thank you.
You bought Resident Evil 2 Remastered.
Come on, okay. What would you saying, Noob? What would you saying? Like what? Everybody else?
Fantasy 7 remake, old game.
That's what I said.
Well, no, okay. No, go ahead.
PlayStation right now, people are playing Mass Effect Trilogy. Going to X, they're playing Mass Effect Trilogy. Old fucking game. Doesn't matter if you put new paint on.
If you don't play the new version or the old version, still the same game.
Absolutely.
One got bells and whistles graphics, one is regular game.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Ray. I'm sorry.
My wife can put on a new fucking shirt every day. Doesn't mean she's a new wife.
Hey!
You gotta go to strip club, but we good with that too.
No, hey, I don't care, Lemon, how much you would take your wife and put her out there on the strip club. She's still gonna be the same wife, so I don't care about that. Let me read these super chats. Okay, all right. So, Sir X-Man in the chat, he says, when they say back compat, does Sony mean remastered? Oh my lord! And then we got our boy Henosis. I think he says great job, guys. He says just
legendary
got back.
Supporter.
He says just got back from the gym. He's working hard. And as you guys,
did you get a smoothie with that workout? Huh?
Hey,
that sea moss drink.
Hey man. The workout that I'm working on is this Crown and motherfucking Coca-Cola,
I'm on that
cherry
Tito's.
vanilla. Anyway, that's my workout. Anyway, okay. So anyway, let me get to it. So Rain, that was some fantastic points you hit. You hit it. So man.
First of all, Rain is older than his age. That's facts.
No. Look, listen. Listen. I'm not even going to do. I know he got great opinions. That's why he's a part of the. That's why he's a part of the family. If
Steele ever becomes a PlayStation fanboy, we're going to change his name to Acid Rain.
Right. He said, but no,
I'm a fan of gaming. That's like my whole point with everything. I am a fan of gaming. What are these companies offering you? That is what matters to me. Right. The fact that Xbox is giving you all this accessibility, I feel like that's what we need to be talking about. Not, this game is not here and this game is not here. Yes, it's messed up, but these companies got to make money and give you reasons. PlayStation has to put out games because that's the only reason you're buying a console. Mm-hmm. Xbox is only 1 million behind Sony, a little bit over 1 million behind Sony with no exclusive. Ask yourself what question really matters.
Right. And that's the thing right there. That is what it's all about at the end of the day, because this is the point. And I'm gonna go to Slayer on this one. And then I'm gonna let D be last. You know what I'm saying? Let the lady go last on this one. But I do have to say this. If these type of games didn't matter, right? Or if it was all about just exclusives and things like that, then we wouldn't have the situation that we have right now, because Returnal will be selling 7 million plus, because I think that they said that there was 7 million PlayStation 5s out there right now. Mm-hmm. That's not the case. They haven't been spewing out no numbers about Returnal. And then again, when you look at the situation, well, no, I know that, but that's again. It's not about, I'm just saying this, is that multiplats sets up your console well. Because when you look at the situation with PlayStation 4, yes, the big hitters like God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted 4, late, not early, late in existence, and Neo and some other games that came out. Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, those games did very well, right? Or got attention. But
It was well received by the people that purchased
it was well received. But what was the thing that got PlayStation up above everything? Fortnite. It was Call of Duty. Other games out there. Final Fantasy VII is a different monster because there was a lot of people anticipating that. But overall, it's been multi-plat games that had the third party.
That's what always carries
them. Yeah, that's what carries. That's what carries them.
Don't carry them.
And I ask you guys this.
Yeah, go ahead.
If Xbox
ain't that many God of War fans out there? Let's be real.
If Xbox had to drop the free to play, that paywall for the free to play games, do you think things could have been severely different? With
yes. No, absolutely. No, absolutely. Because that was the thing that was, if you remember, Noob, that was the narrative that was going around, that was hurting Xbox at the time, was like, well, we can play this free on PlayStation, even though PlayStation had their own little antics and side ways of how they wanted you to still pay for PSN network, but it still landed because people were still feeling like Xbox was holding them back with that paywall.
I'm gonna express something to you. This is the facts.
No, I agree with that, Noof.
With as many people that bought a PlayStation, Xbox Live Gold members double PSN members. Remember,
no, I mean I know that.
They came from a free model.
Xbox Live has been Xbox Live has been there a lot longer than what PSN.
But I'm saying a different story. PSN, even when it was free. Mm-hmm. There was more people playing online on Xbox at $60 than free PSN. Remember, PSN started charging on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4.
No,
I still didn't have that attendance.
I get that, but what helped propel PlayStation was the multiplayer games, was Fortnite and shit.
That's
like
a
that.
fact. That's a fact.
Yeah,
but it's behind a paywall, no doubt.
Anyway, I know that we gotta wrap this up. Yeah, but anyway, so let's go ahead and go
into another though.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to let's go to Slayer on this one, and this was about Biomutant in the situation. Why is PlayStation 5 having the issues? What's going on, Slayer? What are you gonna say about this?
Well, first off, everybody has had such great takes on this, so you can copy and paste about everything that One Away Dragons, Still Rain, and Noof have been saying. You could definitely copy and paste all of that for me. So keep those, thoughts in your mind. I'm just not going to repeat. It's already been said. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say some new things to add to the conversation. Okay. Right now, first off, since the Series X was shown off at the Game Awards, right? It's been narrative after narrative that's been utterly destroyed, right? They're about all gone now, right? So these PlayStation fanboys still don't get it. Every time they've got something to say to try to control the narrative, right? So now they go after the what do you call it? The developer, the publisher, and say, oh, they were paid off. But now the publisher, the developer, whatnot, are tweeting right back at them. Like, no, that's not what happened, right? Like, it's been a tidal wave now or not a tidal wave, a tide shifting of public opinion. Like, these PlayStation fanboys can't get away anymore with the crap they're saying. And I'll give you the perfect example, because this whole thing with Biomutant, right? Instantly the clapback was Returnal, right? It's easy. The facts are there. They talked all this crap. They pinned themselves into a corner now. Everything they say doesn't work. It's not even, it was never respected, but it was tolerated for whatever reason, right? And the press didn't help with that. It's why I call out, Jason Schreier, because he wrote this whole article back when Tomb Raider was the exclusive to Microsoft, when Sony was doing the same thing with the same goddamn publisher. Are you kidding me right now? This is what they always do. It's the same crap every time. And you know why this is even bigger L than ever? because of all that talk they're doing, all that talk they did. If it just happened without all of that, it would have been something people would have talked about and moved on. Now it's a scar forevermore that people can bring up with clapback. The same like they did with Returnal over this subject. It's the same crap. It's just like Still Rain said, like I said, keep in mind what previous people have said. But this one bears repeating. I too am a Microsoft fan. I respect what they do. I don't respect what Sony does. You see it in this industry. I've watched this industry since I was a kid. In the beginning of the show, I mentioned how it was Warner Brothers who bought Atari way back in the day. Okay? Even before I was born, this happened in the 70s. Okay? And that affected gaming forevermore. Gaming could have went in a completely different lane instead, right? So as a student of the game, and I've watched, and I know a lot of history, right? And I've mentioned here and there in the past, and will in the future. But with this much knowledge that I have, and I look at the situation, there is no way, except for the fact, this is one thing I didn't know until One Away Dragons brought up, that because it's locked to the development of the PS4 Pro, or more specifically that version, that this is not a what you call next gen. Didn't know that, right? But look at Returnal. That was already 1080p, and they didn't want to repack the game for a little bit when they said it's a hardware manufacturer problem. It's not their problem to fix. It's Sony's problem to fix before they put their packs out, right? That was the truth. Although when these people tried to claim that this time, like you said, that's a lie. But do you see the difference, though? It's not about the resolution. It's about the fact that Returnal was crashing. After podcast season was over for that weekend, all of a sudden now all the news reports was coming out that the game is crashing.
And they've been knew it.
And they been knew it, and nobody said. And many people had that game in their hand. It wasn't just the press, right? Many people had this game in their hands, but it wasn't, and it would crash here and there, but games crash a lot more often than they ever did, right? So a lot of people may not have been paying attention to that at first, but then, it started being really prevalent, and I think that's why, it wasn't noticed until after the fact, because everybody had their hands on it. There were lots of people in the YouTube world that I know had their hands on the game, and I got a advanced copy, whatever the trial. It wasn't just the press with that game, so that's just luck. We'll have to call it, because that's just luck. But it just goes to show the PlayStation 5 is not up to snuff. I've been saying this even before it came out. I was wary of this. There's something wrong with that system. When you stress it, when you push it, it can't keep up. It's either crashing, you're seeing glitches and all types of pixel issues and blah, blah, blah. And you guys know I know this PC stuff. Lemon brings this up almost every podcast. Right. And I'm telling what a lot of you already know. If you've messed with PC before, when you see glitches like that, it's because your hardware is overheating and it's starting to buckle under the pressure. It's that overclock. It's that overclock. The system was meant to be 9.2 teraflops. It was always meant to be that. Even the cooling was probably designed around that. And now when they overclocked it, it can't keep up. Why didn't they improve their cooling or whatever? Who knows? But there was a lot of rumors and talk back then.
Remember one of the patches was turn up the fan and you can go to a higher speed.
That's right. There's a lot of situations out here that don't make sense. And remember, I called this before the system was out. I didn't trust the situation. It didn't look right. And this is another thing that Dee was saying in the previous topic that I wanted to address, because I really feel it bears. When you look at how these games, actually, I lost my train of thought, so I'm gonna have to skip that one. But anyway, long story short, I guess
that's old age.
Yeah, I guess so. But basically, like, it doesn't really matter what these people say, because it's more perception and a fact thing now. Like, this is a bigger issue, and it's a bigger L because they talked all this crap, okay? And so now you have to have all your ducks in a row because you talked all this crap. And when it's not, you're going to be called out on it. People are not going to remember Returnal for the game that it was. All people are going to remember is the drama surrounding it. And that's unfortunate.
Battlefield 4.
And the same
Cyberpunk
thing with
2077.
well, yeah, and there's a lot of these games that did well. Like Battlefield 4 is one of my favorites of all time. It did
2.5 years of problems.
right, 2.5 years of problems, but in the end, it did well and sold well, and that was a plus for EA in the end, right? But nobody remembers that, and that's what, and that's how people are going to treat future situations, despite the facts that are known, right? So when I look at all this, it's just, hey, you get what you put in. You fanboys did this, so now even a misstep looks like a major L because you dictated the narrative. This is how people see it. And it's funny too. Every situation is them running their mouths, saying, oh yeah, I remember. Oh, right. So this is what I want to say. So what she was talking about, how when, like they will announce, Final Fantasy, or they'll have like a press conference or whatever. And I've mentioned this before countless times. In the middle of the press conference, if you're watching on Twitter and elsewhere, people are dropping the real facts, because after the game is shown and then it's showing all the logos at the end, right? And I forget what game it was where what they said, what the voiceover was saying and what was on the screen didn't even match, right? And then the facts that they said from either one didn't even match the truth. The truth was released later. These games are cross-platform, right? On PlayStation 4, all the time.
Said it on their broadcast.
But that happened last generation and the generation before. It used to happen at every Sony E3.
No, it happened to Xbox too. What about the debacle with PUBG? They wouldn't answer a straight question.
They wouldn't answer a straight question.
Why they just didn't say the game got a year exclusivity? They wouldn't say it.
Because it probably
Well, they got because the way that they got pressed about Tomb Raider, that was a different animal.
Right.
Yeah, but KMEGA, just say this game got a year exclusive.
No, it's a different animal. And they wanted to try, and at that time they were short on having games that would.
Right.
They were short on games at that point in time, so they had to try to promote the best way that they could to keep the fans that they had at that time.
But even when PUBG came out on PlayStation, it looked horrible. It was like, Jesus Christ, I wouldn't play that. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Just goes to show, but long story short, you made your bed, now you got to lay in it. Now, every situation where the Xbox outperforms the PlayStation, and it's going to continue, okay? This is not like
better.
It's going to get better, right? It's not going to be like in the early point of this generation where, Sony was winning inexplicably, because, like the dirt situation and this and that.
Yeah, because they kept the old ways of programming and dudes was used to it.
Right. And, and so, there's all these PlayStation fanboys, some, and I guarantee who is in the chat, but I can't see because I blocked them.
No,
but, he's probably talking that crap that he has before and will in the future is always,
Stay focused.
Okay.
Come on, man. Stay focused.
So, but the point I'm trying to make is trolls like that used to love to say, oh, but on PlayStation it's running like this and that when it's not on Xbox, blah, blah, blah. When was the last time you've heard that? That hasn't happened in a while now. Why? Because Xbox has been dominant, like the hardware dictates.
That it should be. Right.
And it should be. It's continually higher resolution, higher frame rate, better load times, ironically, right? Everything is just better. Everything is better. And it's going to continue to be that way and be even more prevalent. And it's going to be a big L for each and every title on PlayStation that's at least not up to par, because you started that narrative. You made that happen. You made it acceptable to be clowned.
Hold on. Shout out to KMEGA.
No,
makes you a better father.
But hold on, no. Anyway, I didn't say that shit. Anyway, let him finish, man, because we still got D to get.
Oh, no. I was finished right there at that point. Like,
big ass panel.
What you were speaking in everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, big ass mouth. How about that? Yeah, no, you count. Big ass mouth.
Yeah, but how about it?
Shout out to 108. Big ass mouth. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll take my title.
What everybody was saying all the time, it just made it to a situation now where we get to say with the clapback real easy, because you've earned that disrespect. You've earned to be laughed at every time. And you know, we shouldn't be doing this. We should be talking about the games. Nobody's talking about how good Returnal is. People are talking about the drama surrounding it, and that's gonna hurt, and that's unfortunate. But hey, you started that. That's your fault. So you get what you deserve.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Like, I mean, look, you reap what you sow. Absolutely. So, D, go ahead. Close us out before we get to our next to last topic. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Is it
I'm
another
gonna.
one?
Yeah, if you shut up, we'll get it done quickly.
You know what? I ain't gonna say shills no.
So I'm kind of gonna take the same path that Slayer took. I'm not gonna berate the issue and kind of repeat the same thing. However, the only couple of things I've noticed is that, and this is just a personal opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. But my first small point is that I've noticed since December, I feel like Cyberpunk has changed how developers approach their games releasing. That's the first thing I noticed. I feel like people are trying to be 110% transparent. They're trying to show the game because they don't want it to come out, and they have the same situation. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that.
No, you're making a 100% great point.
That's just me. Like, everybody's like, hey, you guys, so it's this resolution. It's going to be this big on the screen. It might take you this many. Like, there is so much transparency because Cyberpunk, unfortunately, I love that game, make no mistake, but it has flipped the game industry as far as releases on its entire head. And I think developers are taking notice. But anyways, that's my first point with Biomutant.
Yeah, it definitely validated Halo Infinite situation.
Yeah, it's just like, you're going to go ahead and delay this shit because what you're not going to do is refund this in mass and get our shit taken off the store. But anyways, that's my first point. My second point is with Biomutant. The problem is, to me, is multifaceted. And what I mean by that is a lot of people were on 360 and went to PS4 because of Dominatrix, not Dominatrix, gang. And a lot of people were on PS3 and went to PS4. Then there was an 7-year narrative, which was valid. Xbox is not releasing heavy hitters outside of Forza Gears Halo. There's nothing there. Things run better on PlayStation, and people ran with it. And to be honest, I don't know about anybody else, but when they were talking their shit, like, yeah, this shit runs better on PS4, I'm like, right, you got it. Like, how am I going to argue with that? Because it's true. There are games that I've played on Xbox One and played them on PS4, and you can see the difference. I still had the Xbox as my main system, but they weren't wrong, And then you had, Spider-Man, Last of Us. You had all these games that were AAA system sellers, all that stuff. So for a very long time, they were ingratiated with this narrative that, to their credit, was accurate. So now that 2020 has hit, you have a couple things that are taking place. I don't know if Sony offers less options because that's what their base requires, or if the fan base is only given so many options and they've just accepted it. I don't know which one it is. But I've noticed a lot of people in the fan base, and I don't mean
column B.
And I don't know, it's not people that are gamers that just happen to be on PlayStation. I'm talking about the hardcore fanboys that have to belong. There's like a sense of belonging, like, a sense of validation that's there. Yeah. And I think what has people butthurt is that for the last 7 years, it's a very long time, that something comes out, it's like, oh, it's going to look better on PlayStation. It's going to run smoother on PlayStation. It's going to load faster on PlayStation. It's going to have all of these things that are better on PlayStation, which is fine. I think this is one of the first times that I've personally seen, there could be others, where a developer completely separate from Microsoft, completely separate from Sony, that's like, hey, it's going to come out in 1080p on PlayStation 5, but Xbox, it's going to be native 4K. It's going to be this. And on paper, it's going to be better. That's problematic. Because then it's just like, well, it's backwards compatible. There has to be a reason. There has to be a reason why, after 7 years of being like, yo, PlayStation's better because of this reason, all of a sudden a separate company is like, yeah, so we try to do it better on your system and we can't. Sorry. It's going to look better on Xbox. That, to me, for some people, is triggering. I've seen it. I've seen countless threads of, oh, it's a backwards compact game. The PS5 is getting a release. It's just like, most people that are going to play are like, oh, okay, I'm going to play it regardless. Like, that's fine. But people are really, like, booty butthurt in their feelings, and I just don't understand it. Besides, that narrative being the same for so long. And that sense of like, hey, my purchase is validated because of these stats, and not, my purchase is validated because I enjoy playing video games, which I bought it for. It's sad, but if the shoe was on the other foot, you would probably see like teraflops or something trending, because that was the narrative before the system came out. Xbox was transparent with everything they did. They told you what it was. They told you what it could do. They laid all the cards on the table. Sony was hush mouth until somebody quote me, I don't know, months before it came out. And it was just like, oh, they're not telling us because, they want to make sure. I'm like, you're excited about not knowing what it looks like? Like, I don't understand. So I've come to the conclusion that people are going to blindly follow, and that's that and that. You can't help. They're beyond reach. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And I reached that conclusion. So I think Biomutant is a cute game. I think it's going to be fun. Little animals are adorable. I'm probably going to check it out, but I just kind of hope the game releases to the best of its ability that the devs intend it to. Because I've noticed that when games come out as they are intended to come out, it gets hush mouth, and it's a few hours of bliss on Twitter. Because, like I said before, there was that puddle situation in Spider-Man, and people wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. And as soon as Spider-Man came out, as soon as that mission was played, nobody was talking about puddles. Y'all got into it too for nothing. So I think it'll look great.
You know what? Yeah, Puddlegate. You know what?
It's just gonna be what it is, and that's just what it is. I think it'll be fine.
This is it right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it is right here. I don't know with anything that goes on with GRG. I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to keep stressing it. I have no idea why Ginger, or AKA D, has not been on other podcasts beforehand.
Oh.
No, I don't know. I know she has been, but not in the volume that she should be. If you listen to what she just said and broke this shit down to the ultimate compound, and let anybody out here that had any time, even Christopher Hart can't even combat this. He can't.
We dropping names.
No. I'm just saying in the facts. Like, she broke this down better than anybody else on this panel, and everybody, even when Noof had us all screaming in tongues. Like, that to me just shows you, like, she's a female gamer. She know what the hell she's talking about, and
it's not biased too.
And it's not biased. Because she just sit there and told you the facts
Experience.
about.
And she didn't have to play Final Fantasy to be that either.
Right. Listen, hold on. Now, I take all that shit back I just said, because I'm trying to give her props. But then, said slick, you just sit there and fucked it up for her. But no, what I'm trying to say is that, listen, guys, if you want somebody who's going to sit there and spit some shit to you, and now there's fantastic female gamers out there, first generation of GRG, you know what I'm saying, with Lady Infamous, Delilah, and all that. You know what I'm saying, and all that. You know what I'm saying? They're all about that. Go check out the Grown Women's Gaming. But I'm just saying, other than that, there's so many other women out here that does that. Lady Foxfire, all that. But this woman right here, when I heard her, when I also heard my main lady too. You know what I'm saying? Mitchie does a lot, even though she's simple. She's sweet. She's always she'll give you some hot cocoa. But she's gonna let your ass know, and especially if you talk about sports and talk about our Green Bay Packers, she's gonna be nasty. But I'm just saying, D, that that killed the whole point right there. You broke that down. I have to commend you, man. I'm so happy that you're a part of this podcast, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Yo, D, he got those pom-poms waving in the wind.
No. When she broke that shit down, I was just like, Lord have mercy. Jesus. She's amazing.
I need you to say,
anyway.
D, say Wonder Woman 1994 and it's trash.
94, 84,
87, whatever.
84. Anyway, let's go ahead. We got two more topics and we've got to get the hell out of here. Okay, so
you said
I said two more. I got two more because the last topic is the most important topic to me because there's a lot of old heads in here and I want the old heads to get their time. Anyway,
that ain't me.
All right. So, we got to talk about Starfield, brother. We got to talk about Starfield, okay? And that don't have to be too long, but we got to talk about Starfield. So let me just break this point, and I'm going to go straight to Noof on this, the guest. Starfield, it is slated to, and right now, what we're looking at is that it's the insiders versus the journalists. The journalist is coming out and saying, Jason Schreier and so many others out there, Jeff Grubb and all them, they're saying that the game is going to be coming out in 2022. The insiders were stressing, and there's still some that's stressing that this game is going to be coming out in 2021. What do you believe, first off? And how hype are you about this game that you know nothing about?
Well, exactly that. Honestly, even when I've seen little bits of visuals, like it's like everything, I'm excited. It's a new game, why not? But I can't say I'm overly hyped or until I know more, it's just I'll keep it reserved for now. As far as the timeline, I don't care if it comes out this year or next year, to be quite honest with you, as long as it comes out and it doesn't feel like a broken piece of shit at the end of the day. That's the key, right? I think right now we're starting to see so many games that come out and they're broken. And you know what? That first week of a game's life can either make or break you. You're either ready to jump in and stick with it, or you're basically ready to give up on it. I mean, some people almost basically gave up on Outriders. They're just like, I can't get logged in. I can't
because they couldn't get into a server.
And that leaves a bad taste in people's nose. Cyberpunk is another one. Like you guys mentioned earlier, Cyberpunk, one of the biggest, most hyped games on the planet, came out severely hampered,
which is awesome.
Right?
It worked for me, but it was broken for a lot of people, man. I can't wait for them to get it fixed so people can actually experience it. Yeah.
At the end of the day, that game was made for and designed for the Xbox One and the friggin' Xbox and the PlayStation 4. It started its life cycle on consoles that had less horsepower under the hood. Obviously, at some point along the time, perhaps development with new consoles in mind, it switched over, and they start realizing that these systems are not capable of truly running their vision of the game, which the scope and scale. You hear that all the time about how games, start out one way, and by the time they actually come out, they've missed this, they've cut that, and they've cut out lighting, they've cut out, knocked the textures down, and they've knocked
shadows.
So,
right. So
as far as Starfield comes out, like I said, if it comes out this year, great, but I see no pressure in really getting it out this year because if it's coming out late, and we also know that Halo Infinite is going to come out this year, and we want that. All eyes are going to be on Halo Infinite. Right. And again, that's a make or break title here, so they don't really need anything else to dissuade or distract. Like Halo's got a hit, so even if that's the only game that Microsoft essentially drops in 2021, they just got to make sure all the eggs are in that particular basket. And Starfield will be a decent game, I'm sure, when it comes out. And if again COVID has wreaked havoc with developers and stuff in their timelines, so again, I just want a good game. We'll reserve more opinions when we've seen enough to know exactly what it's about, what that sort of thing, and we'll go from there. So honestly, I think it does slip to 2022, and I could definitely see it being a first quarter game, perhaps like a February, March kind of deal when things have settled down. Of course, there's more Xboxes hopefully on the shelves, which is another big thing. So they get those subscription numbers up, and more people have a chance to jump in and play this game when it comes out. Because right now, like I said, it's pointless having all these games, and most people can't even get the hardware to play them on. So we'll go from there like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool, excellent. No, I definitely agree with that aspect of it. So let me go to you, Slayer, on this. What is your thoughts on this aspect of it with Starfield, man?
Oh man, well, it's funny when and I'm not trying to make it the way it sounds, but like I feel in my own mind, I'd be one of the first people to say certain things, like because I've spoken in private to One Awake Dragons and to New Legal. I've streamed with him a couple of times recently, and I've been talking about this. This is a game we don't know nothing about. Now everybody's saying this now, but we've been known that we didn't know anything. It's kind of easy that you don't know anything when they don't tell you nothing, right? Mm-hmm. The only thing we knew, though, is that Sony tried to buy the exclusivity, right? And that would behoove you to think it might be, and people could, that it might be a good game, but people could bring up other games from the past that didn't work out for them, right? But that doesn't mean it wasn't a game of value, or at least from the outset or the way it looks, because Halo could look great, right? And not be, right? Or vice versa, not look great, but be the greatest whenever. Who knows? Until it's out to play, right? So, who knows? We don't know. But the fact that they want to purchase exclusivity means a little something. Not much, but a little something, right? But that's all you can really say because you don't know nothing about it, right? So now, it's like the PlayStation fans want the game because Sony wanted the game. And as far as they see, Microsoft stole it from them. So they, once again, with their narratives, they won't give up the fact that it's going to be exclusive, right? And you're not going to be able to play it on the PlayStation, right? So they want to say whatever they can, whatever they want to flip the narrative into something that it's not. That's the one thing we know about the game. It's not coming to PlayStation. That's pretty much the only thing we know. That and you travel around in space, right? But there's a debate about the gameplay, if it's like the Outer Wilds or it's like the Outer Worlds. Well, the Outer Wilds was a bit of a roguelike, right?
Worlds.
I thought it was the Wilds was the Outer.
No, it's Outer Wilds or Outer Worlds.
Wilds.
Yeah,
Outer Wilds is the indie game. Outer Worlds is the.
Well, I know that, but he's right because they said that both games. They've said in both different scenarios. At the beginning, they were saying like it was a Mass Effect, and then here lately they've been saying it was like the Outer Wilds.
Microsoft owns Outer Worlds, not Outer Wilds.
That has nothing to do with anything. Limit. Nobody said anything about that, Limit.
Right. So what I'm saying is, you know, a lot of people are saying it might be a game like that, but that game was a roguelike.
Yeah. Oh,
22 minutes in the universe that you replay over and over and over or whatever. Okay, the Outer Worlds was more of a Borderlands type of game, right?
Thanks.
So, and another game that people are talking about is No Man's Sky that might be related. But this is all rumor and hearsay because we don't know nothing. I'm tired of talking about this game. It's just like, right? It was crap. It was crap in my opinion, right? A lot of people like to cap and say it was, but it was a walking simulator. We didn't know anything about it until the very last second. Much like the PS5. Much like a lot of things that you don't hear about until the last second, all of a sudden they're objectively bad for whatever reason, right? But this is not one of those things because as far as we know, the talk is it's coming out in 2022. There's lots of time to find out about the game. I'm sure we're going to find out a lot at E3 and then, you know, other conferences, you know, before and after that. So there's lots of time to find out what's going on. But for all the hearsay, miss me with all that because that's just stupid. We don't know nothing. Right. Stop with the rumor mongering. Okay. I'm tired of these insiders. You know, because as much as I said crap about Jason Schreier, he did and does put in a lot of journalism work. And I'd love to see some work out of him to find out some information about the game early on. That would be useful out of him. Okay, him and Jeff Grubb, who have both said the game is coming out in 2022. These insiders have never been right. Never been right.
But they claim they insiders, but they be lying.
They claim, but they lying. The only one that I could even say was Kim Lee or Kay Lee, because he wrote on Game Fan Magazine. That was the only one I could say.
Yo, say it again, because KMEGA didn't know that existed where he came from.
Game Fan Magazine was a major thing, man. The paper was better quality, and that was the hardcore magazine. So
Facts.
anyway, he used to work for them, right? And that's where he was able to get off his bars. But even then, he didn't know what he was talking about. He was flat wrong about everything he said about the PS5. So all these insiders, stop listening to these insiders. Unless they have
that claim they're insiders.
Right. They don't know nothing. They're not insiders, they're clowns. And if you notice, all on Neil Gas and Reset Era. That should tell you everything you need to know. I'm done.
All right. What about you, Ray?
Lord.
Is Ray there?
As far as Starfield
goes.
goes,
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I'm here. As far as Starfield goes, man, I don't feel no two ways about it, honestly. I mean, again, Todd Howard said himself, man, there's a lot of hype going on for a game that we haven't even shown you yet. And so it just is what it is. I mean, I understand why people have hype. People that actually support Bethesda, that are actually Fallout fans, that are actually Elder Scrolls fans. Or people that just overall support what Todd Howard can do. For me, as somebody who's not a Bethesda fan, has only ever watched Bethesda games be played by my old lady.
He said by his old lady.
Yeah, by my old
Shout out to your sister, my sister. Facts. He said his lady.
Loves those games.
She loves those games.
Yeah, he said his old lady.
She's into that.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, I can respect the pedigree because when you do your research, right? Because that's the other thing too. I know people say, "Oh, I don't understand why people are hype," and it's like I can understand the people that are capping for it. Why you're saying that? Oh, I don't understand why y'all so hype and using this for whatever leverage that you want to use it for. But for the people that are actually fans, they're coming off of, and when you do the research as somebody who's not a Bethesda fan. Every game that Todd Howard was a game director for is a smash game. It is a world-renowned game. So the pedigree speaks for itself. I understand why people are hyped. It also hasn't been pushed back. What release date? Can you show me? Can you?
It's never had a release date. Facts.
They've also said, well, the game has possibly been ready since the end of last year. But again, I don't understand what's wrong with y'all and not getting it through y'all thick ass heads that we just went through a pandemic. Y'all still think that we're living in 2 years ago when over the last 2 years we've been dealing with a lot of BS. So no, most of everything that's coming out is going to get pushed back.
People don't even want to get their shots.
That too, and that's a whole different conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right, whole different conversation.
Different reasons.
Let that be. We're not gonna get in that. Let's not let that go.
That's a whole other can of worms.
Let that go.
It's one of those things. So exactly, it's a process that we're going through. People are just now getting back in the office. Have you ever walked into a building with thousands of people within it? With over 200 people within it, computers everywhere. Have you ever designed a game? Stop trying to tell these people when this game needs to come out. Stop being mad that games are getting pushed back. There's no games, and there's all these crazy things going on. Nobody told you to wait, fool. Buy what you want to buy, play what you want to play. If what Xbox is doing over here with Game Pass isn't good enough for you, and the only reason I bring this up because it ties right back in, because Starfield is going to be in Game Pass. So is every other Bethesda game. It's been said 1,000 times. Phil Spencer said it out of his mouth. Y'all keep saying, "Oh well, nobody's verified what console's gonna be on." Why does it take you somebody random? I'm not gonna say random because he's these people. Some of these people are pretty known. They got some clout. But why does it take these people, somebody who is not the horse, to tell you that the game is going to be exclusive to a console? Why is Spider-Man exclusive to your console? Tell me.
Yeah.
Why is there's so many different factors to this entire situation. If you're hyped for the game and you're genuinely hyped, be hyped. and I love that you hype for it. I would never take that away from nobody. You can't take that away from nobody. That is the entire reason we're in this gaming community. Is to talk about games that we love and enjoy and try to. I put it to you like this. I might not be hyped for Starfield, but I know my brother Ponso has put me on. He's batting for four out of 4 right now. He's batting 1,000 with me so far. He told me, yo, you should go back and play Dead Space. I played the first Dead Space, had a great time. He told me, yo, you should check out Cyberpunk. You know, I was sleeping on Cyberpunk for a little bit in the beginning. I was like, I don't know. You know, it's not usually my type of thing. He'd say, yo, you should play Cyberpunk. I had one of the most amazing times with Cyberpunk.
Facts. Yeah.
He said, yo, you should try out Mass Effect. It's an excellent game. I played 1. I'm excited to hop into 2.
Woo!
The story is amazing.
Amazing.
By the numbers. Lord.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. You've been slipping, bro.
This is a new Fnuka moment.
So why can't I believe that he is also hype for Starfield and not understand why he's hyped for that?
I am he and he is we. Facts.
That's it.
You know, so, one little thing I want to say real quick. Spoiler alert. Video games are supposed to be fun. A lot of people forget that. They get caught up in all the talk and all the hype, and they forget what this was supposed to be about in the first place. It's supposed to entertain you.
Yeah. All right, so Lemon, be brief because we got one more topic.
You listen, man. I can't even. Listen, man. Shout out to Rain.
He brought it down. He brought it down.
I can't follow y'all.
All right. So we're moving on. All right. So this is the last topic. Last
topic. Let's get it.
The saddest part about the generations now compared to when most of us were growing up is that most of the conversations now revolve around the technicalities of gaming as opposed to the content of the game itself.
Yep.
You know, nobody's talking really the story. They're not really talking about, playing the game. It comes down to 1080p and 4K and frames per second and all of these bells and whistles that at the end of the day, like I said, that's the beauty. One thing I'll say about Switch and a lot of people that really enjoy their Switch, they don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
At the end of the day, they play the fucking game and then they talk about it. That's why you don't see them on the timelines 100%. Constantly. Yeah, my God. Because if people worried about technicalities on the Switch, nobody would enjoy it at all.
But you know what, The people that talk about technicalities walk in the Best Buy and say, what's the cheapest TV I could buy? $299 off the floor. I got you.
No shit. Wasn't there some guy who just did that? Like he's like some dude who somebody quoted a tweet. Sorry, not to get off track, but somebody quoted a tweet of this gamer. He bought an Xbox Series X, brought it home, and goes, I can't see what the big deal is about. And then somebody asked him what his TV was, and it's like a fucking TV, or they showed a picture. You know, it's got all the little zeros, the little circles, and you're like, so no wonder you don't see what the fucking big deal is.
You see it.
Yeah, KMEGA.
Might as well be drunk and playing with fucking.
You see, my dude is right. I don't talk about money, but if you want to be a high-level gamer and you buy these consoles, you gotta get the TV to go with it.
I mean, I've been stressing that as well. Like, I mean,
you gotta get the TV to go with it.
It's not. Well, I mean, it's not even the TV. If you don't want the TV, you at least got to get the monitor. Or the projector. Or the projector. You know what I'm saying?
You got to do something.
You got to spend money to invest. And on top of that, upgrade your internet service. So it's not even.
Everybody don't have that option, but you have an option for a TV.
I got that, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I've been on that bandwagon just like I've touted you in Slayer and everybody else has been saying PK. Everybody, I've been on that bandwagon. Like, look, if you want the high end in console gaming,
you better step it up this gen.
You're going to have to get the high-end TV, the high-end monitor, high-end projector, you got to get high-end other shit too, high-end internet. You can't be coming out here talking about...
You can't half-ass and want to be in the conversation.
Still having your curved 3D television from 2009 talking about, I don't see the difference. PlayStation is best. Okay, I got you. Stick with PlayStation.
Me and my brother KMEGA had this conversation with I said, listen,
You
People
good.
keep asking for next gen stuff.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay next gen prices.
You don't.
But you definitely gonna have to upgrade your TV if you want to see a difference.
No doubt.
If you got a regular 4K TV, you're gonna see regular 4K work.
No doubt
Just
about
is
it.
what it is.
Yeah, no, it's just reality. Like, I mean, just shit.
It's
like,
just reality.
Like you can't. You
talk
want
about money? I said it's not about money. I'm telling you, you want to be a high end gamer. It comes with high end prices.
Yes.
It's no
console
corners.
Console game.
If you want to keep up with Usain Bolt on the racetrack, you at least got to buy some Snickers.
You goddamn right. Like that's the thing to me is that what cracks me up is that when people try to say, I don't know about this ML. I don't know about this ML. I don't know about this ML learning. I don't know about all these other tools that they were trying to call out a narrative about tools and shit. I'm like,
Facts.
you will learn when Xbox when the Series X start thumping that ass. In comparisons with these games, you're going to learn about it real quick. But anyway, let me get to the super chat and then let's get to the last topic and let's get the hell out of here because I know it's late for other people out here on the East Coast. For me, I'm good because it's God's time.
Now, this is a great panel. Everything's interactive. It's great.
All right, the friendly neighborhood Blue Shell. He says, just start watching podcast after watching the Grizz beat the Warriors. Oh my God! Did the Grizz beat the Warriors in OT? Oh, with a massive! Are you kidding me? So Golden State is out? Oh shit! I can't wait to watch the highlights on that. Oh my God! So the Grizz is gonna face the Jazz. Oh shit! That is amazing. Hey man, I will say this as a sports fan, and I'm going to be brief with this. I love the play-in. I think they need to tweak it a little bit. But I love it. I love it because it gives that college, the college March Madness atmosphere to it. I think if they just do a little tweak to it, it'll be fantastic. But anyway, because baseball does their own in it, and that's what got me more intrigued into baseball more than I ever have been as well. So shout out to the Padres. Woo! Let's go. Anyway. Last topic of the night. Thank you, New, for sticking around, and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to it.
Always stay late, even the other people podcast while he in the chat.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, it's Canada time. There's a whole bunch of other shit going on. So,
brother, I'm on the West Coast. It's only 10 o'clock here.
Oh, okay. So you good? Okay, all right, cool.
You were 100.
Yeah, you were 100. All right, okay, cool. All right, so, all right. So I'm gonna go to you first. No, I'm gonna go to the lady first, and then New, I'll go to you second on this one. Okay, so. What kind of gamer have you become to this point? Are you more patient or more impatient at this time? Now, since we have a different demographic and I enjoyed this, you know what I'm saying, because it's really fun. Because I didn't know that Big Cloud was that young. I thought Big Cloud was but so I guess it's Brap that's around my age, not so much Big Cloud.
Yeah,
but
Brap's up there too.
Brap's up. Hey man, watch your goddamn mouth, young boy.
Anyway, shout out to Boom.
Hey man, watch out, man.
Hit me up the
Hey
other
man,
day.
sound like
I'm coming.
Man, sound like my soul talking. Hey man, for a second, man.
Shout out to Boom.
Hey man, grab my bill, man. It sound like my son talking shit to me, man. Watch your mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? Up there. Anyway, hold on. Okay, so let's get to it, right? All right, so let me go to you, Noof. All right, we're the same age. Have you become more patient as a gamer, or are you more impatient now as you game? Where are you at now?
Well, you know what? I'm obviously getting older. I'm getting far more impatient. I mean, back in the day,
okay, gotcha.
Back in the day, I mean, heck, a hard game wouldn't bother me back in the day because I'd sit there and I'd play it and play it and play it because back in the day you didn't have 101 games coming out every week, and I don't remember my backlog being maybe more than 5 or 6 at a time. Now we've got hundreds of games. The backlog keeps growing. That's why I can't get into these From Software games, man. If I'm going to be playing a boss for an hour at a time, then that shit can go in the trash. That's not the kind of games for me. Like I'm not into gaming for bragging rights. Oh, I beat the game 101 times. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
No, that's not my cup of tea, man. That to me don't sound like fun. That's like going outside and getting kicked in the fucking nuts for an hour. That's not my jam.
Oh my god.
You know,
Okay, hold on.
I want to play fun ass games. I want a storyline experience, but I'm getting very impatient. Like that's why I've been a little more critical than the average Xbox fan, I guess, because like it has been a bit dry. I mean, outside of Gears, which is amazing, I always love the franchise. Like, it just seems like every time I turn around, there's some sort of a big PlayStation game on the horizon or in the near horizon, and Xbox is like, we're waiting, and you know. 23 studios, 25, whatever it is, you know, it's all great. It's all fine and dandy. I get that. They will come. We know the floodgates will open and they'll come, but it just seems, you know, I got this shiny new Xbox Series X and it's like, I want to play something that reminds me of Rise Son of Rome or Dead Rising 3. Remember the Xbox
Yeah,
One?
Rising 3.
What you like.
Amazing.
Yeah, say what you like about the Xbox One in the long term, but boy, they had a pretty damn good launch. You know what I mean? They had showcase titles that highlighted different genres, and of course, the Forza games were coming at us fast and furious. And now, like, Forza's kind of like, where's Forza 8? Like, we didn't even see that. It's been, what, 3 years now? So, like, all these games, yeah, I am getting a little impatient because, like I said to someone the other day, I think it was Cerebral Paul kind of challenged me out on this. He's like, like, you gotta wait. I was like, cool, man, Cerebral, but I said, like, where's those studios like Compulsion and all these guys? I said, we have heard nothing about them. They haven't made a game yet since the We Happy Few. Right now, I'm the one angry man, not the We Happy Few. You know, so like get shit or get off the pot. Now I'm going to cut them some slack, like, you know, like Steel Rain kind of alluded to. We are in a pandemic and developers' times have been severely hampered, so I'm cutting them slack on that alone. But when this is all freaking over, said and done, these games better be coming down the pipe, and they better not be coming in all broken and half-assed and like, well, here's a passion project, slap that one on you. No, I want some real cool games, and I do want some story-based narrative games. If nothing else, I want Microsoft to bring a game that's so damn good, you just can't shut up about it, because we need to get the PlayStation guys to shut the fuck up about it for once, because that's all we hear. Goddamn banger! Here's another fucking banger!
Anyway, but
generally, I'm so sick of hearing that shit constantly. Every time an argument goes, is, well, God of War. When did you guys have a game as good as God of War? Well, I guess you forget it.
Gears is as good as God of War.
Yeah, to me, it is.
Well, no, I mean you got no. There's Forza that's as good, and then there's
no. We're talking about the same same type of action.
Okay.
First of all, Gears bit God of War bit Gears over the shoulder action. Let's come on.
I say Rod Son.
We don't even jump in the game.
Yeah, Sony, you got all those games.
But Gears is before that.
Where's all your Halo killers? Where's all your Halo and Gears?
They don't have one. Nobody has a Halo killer.
Has flops. Exactly. Any game you call that flops.
Oh, there's one Halo killer. Hold on. There's one Halo killer.
What's that?
The next goddamn Avenger movie.
All right. Okay, so that's something that I gotta do. Let me before you keep running your mouth. That's something I gotta do. I made a mistake. I forgot D, and then that was what I was wanting to do. I was wanting to let D have the last word on the last topic. I apologize. It was my fault. I am a sexist bastard. Let's go ahead and get to D. Let's get D. Finish the last topic, and then I will get back to you here on this other topic. But go ahead, finish up. I'm sorry, lady. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Ed.
Right.
Well, I didn't play this game, so I don't care. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, let's get on to the next topic. All right. No.
Step down.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
So.
What about Starfield? Let's go back to the Starfield. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Wait.
Wow.
Yeah, that pizza must be good as hell.
Yeah, that shit must be good. She look like she having some problems.
What's in the crust?
What's the
lost in the sauce?
Yeah, she got lost in the sauce. What's happening? AKA lost in the sauce. What's happening?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
No.
Ooh. She said no.
Oh my God.
You know what? I hear a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? When KMEGA is having fun time, you know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of that. But what's happening? What's going on here?
But last topic, I was just saying with Starfield, I don't know anything about it.
Oh, okay. So you gonna sit there and jump on me?
Say, KMEGA, what I say? Yo, we'll give you a crash course.
I'm getting attacked.
I love her though. I love her.
Echo for me?
Yes, go ahead. She's lost to the sauce.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear
I don't
you.
know what's happening.
Hear you.
Ooh.
It's like
She seems like some things is going on. Late night hype with GRG.
no. So I actually have like multiple headsets.
Oh,
so
okay. All right.
Multitasking.
Oh, okay, you multitasking. What's going on with all that?
I had to switch between my headsets, so I didn't.
No, don't do that. Don't be switching.
Don't be switching.
No.
Oh my God, this is getting bad. Let's go. All right, go ahead.
I just didn't know anything about Starfield, but as far as like as far as if I'm impatient or patient, I'm growing impatient, but I'm kind of understanding why things have to be this way. Because again, I'm looking at Cyberpunk. You know, that there was a lot of people were getting death threats for delaying the game, and I want to say, I could be wrong. I want to say it got delayed 3 times. I could be wrong with that. But I feel like I'm getting a little impatient, but I'm kind of just keeping it like, all right, I'm gonna let y'all have it, because I definitely want a delayed game that's going to be good and nearly flawless, or versus having a game that's just like, okay, here's a game because you guys asked for it, but you're having issues. Like New said, Outriders. I honestly haven't played it since like the second week after it came out, and I really didn't even notice it until people were talking about the developers like, oh, we have a hot fix. I was like, wait, I haven't really played that game. So I'm hoping, this is kind of a horrible time to be not talking about, but kind of speculating what is and what won't be, because E3 is around the corner, Summerfest is around the corner. It could be disappointing, but, a lot of questions could be answered in a month from now. So I'm trying to kind of hold off and give these companies the benefit of the doubt. The only company that I'm kind of pissed off with, I'm not even going to lie, is Rockstar. They're the only ones where I'm extremely impatient, because it's about to be 10 years since Grand Theft 5, and that's unacceptable. But every other company, I'm willing to put the olive branch out. But I'm hoping this year kind of knocks it out of the park for both systems. Because, again, I'm still holding out hope for Sunset Overdrive. I don't care what system it's on. I'm holding out for hopefully a Spyro. I heard about Activision moving away from like Toys for Bob and stuff, but I'm kind of just in the middle. I'm not too impatient, but I'm also impatient with a lot of stuff.
Gotcha.
We'll see how it goes.
I got you. Hanos is in the chat. He says, enjoy the weekend, y'all. God bless. KMEGA E3 stream. Usually I let other people do their streams.
He's gonna join my stream, One Away Dragons TV.
Xbox 448 does a stream.
He ain't doing Xbox channel.
Hold on, wait a minute. Listen. I ain't getting pimped for nobody. Listen, I make my decisions how I do it. Now, how y'all do it is whatever. We do stick together, so I might do both. I might be doing both streams at the same time.
You rolling with me?
Listen, I might do both at the same time. I've done it before, so I can do it again.
Okay,
so regardless,
I
can multitask. So regardless, if because I was just going to say that Xbox 448 does one, 108 does one too. And if they do it at the same time, I will support both, because they're both my brothers, and I have no problem of jumping in and talking and doing all that stuff and collaborating. So I don't usually do those because I want other people from the podcast to shine and I've always had other people they do it. Like I said, like 108 does it, and I've been over there with him and Xbox done it over there.
My Game
So
Awards too.
so no, and then also his Game Awards. So you know what I'm saying. So yeah,
Right.
listen. What the hell is this? Am I too big MC? What the hell is going on here? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
we gotta fight for likes.
hammer. You know what I'm saying? The 108. I know we got to fight for likes. But anyway,
I'm teasing.
no, you good, fam. But anyway, all right. So, all right. Thank you for that information. So let's go on to, let's see. Who do I want to go to? I'm going to go to you, 108. Have you become impatient?
Nah.
Are you more laxed at your older age, brother?
I need to be relaxed. Because first of all, like I said, shout out to that brother Lemetius, who wasn't down with Game Pass, and 100 and KMEGA told me, you need Game Pass. I said, I buy every game day one. It don't matter, because I was impatient.
Don was right there with you. He was like,
right.
No, I like to buy my game.
When they announced that first party in 2019, everything DLC, the collector's edition, blah, 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 blah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Noof! I got to put you on point, son. Where are you at now on Game Pass now?
I was gonna ask him a question.
Yeah. Noof, where you at? You ain't getting away, sucker. Where you at on Game Pass now since we've been seeing all this? Are you still holding your hard stance?
Yep.
Or have you loosened up a little bit?
Game Pass member, I guarantee.
Nope, hard stance. I'm still not
hard stance.
Game Pass.
Shut his mic off.
Hey,
hold on.
Gotta give him hold on. Let him explain. Go ahead, Noob. Keep going, man. You gotta give him love for that because he's been hard.
Fantastic. I think it's fantastic. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad it's the best value in gaming, hands down. There's no question about it. I'd be an idiot to sit here and say otherwise. But I'm a physical game connoisseur. I like to collect my games. I don't have enough time in the day to play all of those games on Game Pass regardless. If my backlog is big enough now with the physical games I buy, which is probably only like the games most of you guys got downloaded with Game Pass, how the hell am I going to keep up with Game Pass?
Well, okay, so
you can't. I'm with you, Noof.
And that's go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm reluctant on subscriptions. Period. Like I barely subscribe to Netflix, and trust me, I want to withdraw from that too. It's only The Witcher and Stranger Things that's holding me on to Netflix. So that's just where I stand. I like the old style. I'm just trying to, I guess, preserve the old way of gaming to a sense. I know, like I said, I'm not stupid. These things are just discs that are DRM licenses.
DRM, you download it, it's DRM. Facts.
That's all it is.
Kind of thing, yeah. It really does.
Yeah, it's a DRM. I get that. The disc is almost non-essential anymore. You stick it in, it buzzes. Maybe it loads off the disc for like
one time.
That's it. And then after that,
that's it.
Online approval. Facts.
Absolutely. But like I said, I think it's fabulous. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not. Oh, I hate Game Pass. I think it's stupid. And I don't.
No. Listen.
Let that man finish, please.
No. We not.
No. Yeah. No.
Okay.
What you gonna say?
Disrespectful.
What you gonna say?
He gotta change. I'm older than everybody in the podcast. You have to convert.
I got that, but let that man keep explaining his point before you judge it. No, keep going.
Everybody says you like options. I love options too, so that's why I'm glad I don't have to be forced into it, and that's my problem. I want Game Pass to entice me on my own terms, to get to the point where it's just like, you know what? I want to get it just because it's just too hard to refuse. I don't want it to be, I got to get Game Pass because Microsoft does something shifty, like the crap they tried to pull with the Xbox Live Gold. We're making that
which was insulting. Yeah.
I was just like, man, that's not the way to go about it. Don't pull a Sony and do your fans dirty here. Be honest.
Facts.
And luckily they heard the vibe real quick. They learned to pull back. They learned real quick that and that's how I want to be with it. I just want to go out on my own terms, not because somebody tells me or a podcast says I should or fans say I should, because I want to. And the stores are making it hard for me anyway, because as I said before, if I walk into a store now, retail store up here in Canada, the PlayStation shelves
you in Canada.
I'm way up here in the Great White North. That's probably why Game Pass. It's all the snow. It fuzzies the brain up here.
Facts.
Okay.
Different ball
All
game
right.
up there, KMEGA.
Well, yeah,
Different
no,
ball
I'm not. I
Plus,
don't think.
I'm a hockey goalie. I've taken a lot of pucks off the noggin and in the
Oh,
nuts.
yo, so you're a little bit off.
Well, no, it's not that too. Because listen, our boy Show Shady is out there from Canada too. So and he supports it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I commend you so much because I have my stance about certain things with games. And you know what I'm saying, and even though I disagree 100% with you, Noof, on that, but I wanted to hear you say it, and because you know what I'm saying, it's the utmost respect for it because you've kept your stance, you haven't changed, even though like the majority of Xbox gamers is like, man, you sound like a fool but it's not really being foolish. It's just that you are tradition. You are old school, traditional,
right?
And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's the one thing that I hope people will support going forward. Because I don't have a problem with people that still wants to buy hard copies. I just don't want people to sit there and to try to tell me that I shouldn't buy digital because you like hard copies. That's the problem.
I got a hard stance on games that don't want to include campaigns, which we're hearing the rumblings at Battlefield 6.
Right.
I'm not buying it if it has no campaign. I promised I would
buy Battlefield no matter what, but I'm not buying Call of Duty.
Battlefield no matter what.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Well, no. It will be very disappointing if Call of Duty does not have a campaign because
if it does World War II, they're dead to me.
No, you're talking about Call of Duty. I'm talking about Battlefield. If Battlefield doesn't have a campaign, I will be.
Have a campaign.
No, it doesn't. That's the rumor that they might. Yeah, it's the rumor that's going around. If they don't, I will be disappointed with Noof because their campaigns has been fantastic.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm not. If COD goes back to World War II, I'm not buying this new COD. I'm just not.
It was crazy. Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5 had a campaign. Me and KMEGA on a cell phone talking for hours about stuff that happened in the campaign. We was like, yo, did you see this mode? Did you see this what happened? Amazing.
All right, so hold on. Let me go ahead and read this super chat. He says, DJ Birdo Das. He says, Noof, this isn't gaming after dark. You can't say you stick it in. You gotta say you put it in the disc. Oh my God. All right, so listen, we're gonna have to wrap this up. We are 3 hours and almost 30 minutes into the show.
Know what? It was a very episodic episode.
No, I love it. I don't care.
This is fantastic.
I love when people could just sit here and talk and have a good time. But again, I know other people have other things to do. Hey, our boy Still Rain has a show in the morning. That he wants to be there. Listen, well, I know you're gonna be there regardless, but for me, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Living Single podcast, I'm over here be sleeping. God
damn,
Living Single
podcast.
Ooh, in the 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my
in my KMEGA voice.
I know. I saw you when he posted it, but I'm doing it as a joke. I know it's living split screen.
I know.
But I know I've been fucking it up and been saying living single because that's what comes to mind first.
That's a classic song, though.
That's kind of, ooh, in the 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got mine. Okay, anyway, all right. Let's get to the last few people here and let's get the hell out of here. Okay, matter of fact, let's just make it an open discussion. If anybody wants to talk about it,
off in the middle of my jump off to talk to Noof.
No, what I'm saying to you, we need to get the hell out of here.
I'm just playing.
So,
bro, I'm just playing.
For the remaining people who hasn't said, for the remaining people who haven't said anything, forever speak your piece or get the hell out of here. Hey, are you an older gamer? Or are you an impatient gamer now, or are you more patient as you gotten older?
Well, let me finish. I'm a patient gamer now because being that I got Game Pass thanks to you on 100, catalog has grown to an astronomical number, and I trade in all my system to get the next system. Listen, you got to be patient. Let these developers work. Don't criticize what they're trying to bring to you from content, and enjoy the work from the past.
Yes.
Because we all haven't beat all these games.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Like if I was an achievement hunter, I should be like 400, 500,000 dude, right? I play multiplayer all day, but it's like enjoy the games that they present to you and keep it pushing. You feel me? Like with Mass Effect, I didn't say that it was a bad purchase. What I said was I beat the hell out of those games. I'm not gonna buy it again. Come on, EA Play, but they are great experiences. I looked at KMEGA's gameplay tonight. I was like, God damn, I remember that moment. And it brings back great memories. But get out there, play games, be patient. Be patient for next gen. Microsoft bought these studios. Sony's working on many new games and IPs. Be patient because you want longevity and quality. You don't want quick fixes. You don't want a game where you pick up and play, you done in 3 hours. You want longevity.
Yes.
So that's, you got to be patient. That's just from my perspective.
No doubt. Hey, from the sponsors of Energizer, this podcast keep going and going and going for my boy Doof. No doubt about it. Anyway, anybody else got anything to say about this before we get the hell out of here?
I just want to say, I've been very self-reflective about my gaming
No,
habits.
I think you're done. Anyway, let's get out of here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming through. Go ahead, Slayer. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Did you really gonna fall for that? I was over here like this.
Goody.
Oh man. Okay, so we're good. I can go ahead and say what I gotta say. Okay, so listen for me. Hey man, listen. I'm the host. I can do that. I can be
about to speak, Queen
I can be nasty. Anyway, so what I want to say, and for me, and I'll be quick, is that I've become more of a patient gamer in my older age. I worked so many hours. I was a single father. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm still a single father, but I was a single father grinding, you know what I'm saying, back in those days. And I'm just like, yo, I mean, come on. That's why I was showing this gameplay right here. I don't remember anything about this shit that I was showing. Like, when did this shit? Hey, man, I didn't know this dude had some shit from Kazoos where dude remember his homeboy from back then. I don't know if I even did that. So it's good. And like I was just saying to you guys before we did the show is that I seen Addict and everybody else. They've already gotten to a certain point. One Bad Mother, he sit here and said he's already playing Mass Effect 2. He's almost in the middle of that. And I'm like, damn. He said, I did 6, 7, 8 hours of that, and I'm already on Mass Effect 2. Bro, I'm 43 hours in right now on Mass Effect 1. And I'm not done with it yet because of my patience and want to take my time with it. I spent my money into this game. I want to experience it. And that's what I'm going to do when I get a chance to play Biomutant. I'm going to buy Biomutant day one. I'm going to support that because I played that game in E3 in 2018. And I seen,
yes, we did.
And I seen what that game was like then. And I see what they did with it now, and I cannot wait. I mean, I think this might be a sleeper. Yeah, I think it's going to be a sleeper hit for a game that might be maybe nominated. It's going to be nominated for something. I don't know what, but hopefully, if the game is good, is what I'm anticipating for what I played, it could be maybe one of those Game of the Year nominees. I don't know yet, but I'm definitely going to be supporting that game for sure. And another game that I jumped on and I played the demo was, which I've been interested in, but I'm glad I got the chance to. And at first I didn't like the demo aspect of it because I'm like, don't be like Sony and show it and give us a demo first for a fucking game that's going to be a multi-plat. That's stupid, Microsoft. No, I was wrong. Scarlet Nexus.
Oh, I beat that today.
Is
awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah. Oh my God, it's awesome. I'm about to play with the female character next. I recorded all of that gameplay that I was playing, and I'm like just in awe of how deep that game can definitely get. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hope that I hope what I've been saying here lately it will come true, and that Xbox will let this game become backwards compatible. I mean, not bad. I'm sorry. I said that wrong. Gamepad will be on Game Pass. I hope this game will come on Game Pass. There'll be a big announcement for a big E3 announcement. I hope this game get out there because I hope a lot of people will get out there. It is a dope ass game. But other than that, man, I've been very patient, and I'm glad for that because I've had more time to sit back in the game and reflect and just to absorb it. And you know what I'm saying, as an older gamer, I you know, as a root gamer, you know what I'm saying, it's a blessing. And this is the reason why I love gaming. And it doesn't matter. And like I said, I bought Days Gone. I'm going to start playing Days Gone. I'm going to finally eventually beat that game. It will be on PC, but it's still supporting Sony and what they're doing, and hopefully that game will get a sequel. But anyway, let me get the hell out of here. Do anybody else got anything they got to say before we get the hell out of here tonight?
I guess I could just give my answer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm a patient or impatient gamer.
Yeah.
Me being multiplayer centric, I'm gonna have to say that I've always been a patient gamer. The only thing that kind of makes me, I guess you would say, makes me impatient is that I know exactly what I like. So when I play a game and it doesn't hook me, I'm gonna drop it. And 9 times out of 10, what I find in a lot of single player games, and I guess you could call it maybe impatience or whatever the case might be. But if I put 50 hours, 100 hours into a single player game and there's nothing else to entice me, I'll drop it. Especially if I hadn't beat the story. So if it just takes too long. For me, I guess being multiplayer centric, when I just using the example of being so caught up in the world of Gears, and how that multiplayer was. I know not everybody may have that experience, but for those of y'all who was into whether it was Halo or Call of Duty, and even Gears, if you were into that if you were in it at that competitive level, you were pretty much in those games until the next game dropped. Especially on the multiplayer side, like that was all you played. So now it's like playing these games that I spoke on earlier, Mass Effect, Dead Space, games like those that I didn't get a chance to play. It's great that I was able to have patience because now I'm experiencing them in their new and better form. So, and as I move forward, I see the patience just getting settling in more and more. Again, these devs are painting beautiful pieces of art. Not all of them are Picasso's. Not everybody's Michelangelo. You know what I'm saying? But they're spending years of their life to put these pieces of art out to you guys. And whether you like them or not is going to be completely based on what you're into. But we have to respect the time, energy, and effort that these artists have brought to us. Because again, a shout out to the homie Everborn. Gaming is art, bro, and needs to be treated as such. And that's it for me.
Shout out to Everborn, man. Go support out his stuff, man. And I told him he was my first Kickstarter. I didn't believe in it. I thought that it was trash to even try to even think about putting a Kickstarter game on console. But there's other factors within it that made me second guess it. It's the fact of, because of, he's a black developer. As a person of color, we need a lot more people of color representation. You know what I'm saying? I will never hold my tongue on that. I will always stress that I don't have no problem playing my white brothers and sisters, but I think that our white brothers and sisters need to be playing as other protagonists that don't look like them as well. And that's not being somebody that's being so-called woke. That's being conscious. That's something that I think people need to be more aware of.
Representation.
Yeah, more representation is something that we need, because there are so many people out here that plays games that aren't just one demographic, and that to me is really special. And that his game is in that what's got me started. And I will be supporting a hell of a lot more Kickstarters out here going forward. that it doesn't matter about color or creed or whatever. It's just more about this thing about it's what propelled me, because talking to him, he reminded me a lot of my homeboy Roderick. That's in his 50s now. He'll be 51 here coming up soon. If I've told the story, if you heard the story of me talking about the homeboy that has been away from gaming, hasn't played gaming for a long time, and then he comes over and he plays Tekken 7 for the first time in years, and then he's like, oh shit, I gotta get me a Series X. And like that's what it's all about, right? It doesn't matter if it was, it's all about gaming. It's all about inclusiveness and getting everybody involved, because gaming is more than just a color. It's all about being together, because we're a family in this, no doubt about it. So anyway, let me get out of here. Thank you, Noof, so much. Big Cloud, I really appreciate it. I know that you said you had to get through and you had to do your thing. Next week we'll have another guest. It's only one, not two. So we'll only have one. We'll have one guest coming on here. I will definitely I will let the panel know, but I'll let you guys know here a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody who's been on the panel before. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who is been representing, but damn. Thank you, Big Cloud. I will be reaching out more and more, trying to get more PlayStation-centric people on here so we can have better conversations without the bullshit. And hopefully that we can start getting more and more of these guys on here, because listen, I want to have conversations, and even if it gets a little
gaming community.
Yeah, we're a gaming community, and
no matter the platform.
No matter the platform, and I definitely want to get more of that on here. And also, thank you, Noof. I really do appreciate you coming back, man. I hope this won't be the last time. Where everybody else can find you, brother, man. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me here, KMEGA. Like I said, it's been a long time, but always great to be here. And this was a fantastic show. Everybody had some really valid points. Everybody was coming out with heavy hitters tonight, and it's great to finally be able to podcast as well and be on a panel with Dragons TV, as he said earlier tonight. He's been on a lot of podcasts that I've been in the chats with recently.
You've been supporting me for a long time. Facts.
So there you go. And Steel Rain, of course, my Halo buddy from the tournament a while back. We had a good time. It didn't come up on the right end of the stick, but play Halo with him anytime. And everybody, Six Slayer, another guy I recognize from coming out and being in a lot of my podcast chats and stuff like that. And DeGin, just was a real pleasure. We need not any more people of color representing, but we also need a lot more females. Who
absolutely,
the guys,
right? Absolutely,
who can get in there and speak it and talk it without the crap that comes with it.
And be able to talk their honest views with no discrimination
in a safe space.
In a safe space.
They can talk a little nasty, like they can talk a little nasty, like your girl do on your shit, dude. She talks a little nasty, a little filthy.
You get a little optimistic and disrespectful on a polite tip. You know what I'm saying?
No, she ain't polite, but she a little nasty. But that's all right. I like it. No, that's great.
I rock with her.
Tuesday nights, Gaming After Dark, which goes at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 8 Mountain. And, of course, I have a new podcast on Sunday mornings, which is of the general rated type, but without all the boom, kaboom. Box. See, that's another great show, great panel, lots of diversity there with that one as well. So that's on Sunday mornings. Our third episode coming up here, and that is at let me see, it's at
you'll share your link in the chat. Let's get it.
There you go. Yeah, that's it for me, and Noof Nukem pretty much everywhere else. Look forward to coming back soon. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. Fantastic weekend. Stay safe, and we'll catch you again. Game on.
No doubt, man. Shout out to Primal, man. Hope she will return. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
thanks.
But yeah, go check out Noof, man. The link is in the description. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm getting better at that. I gotta get better with that. So, definitely appreciate that, brother. And stop that. Anyway, so. Let's go to the first lady of the second generation of GRG, D. You know what I'm saying? She said I forgot her on the last topic, but she didn't even know anything about it. She didn't want to talk about it anyway.
It don't matter. It don't matter. I had shit to talk. It don't matter.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, D, where can they find you at, lady?
You can find me here every Friday at GOG Podcast. YouTube. My name is in the chat, Quiet and Hyatt, and on Twitter, where I talk most of my shit at Gingy's Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And PlayStation and Xbox Kirby Titan. If I'm on there, feel free to add me so I can play with other people.
Hey, man, I still ain't got no hit up, man. I see Kirby Titan playing something, but I'm like, what? When Kirby Titan gonna hit me up? Like, I'm like, Kirby Titan, when she gonna say what's happening? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn.
Right.
He said what's happening. That's a New York.
I feel called out. That's right.
Yeah, I'm like,
but yeah,
I see Kirby Titan. I'm like, what happened? Like, what's up? Like, when she gonna sit there and say what we gonna play?
What's good?
I'm
not gonna lie, I do use it as like my YouTube machine because everything's connected.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Once I turn the headset on, it turns the Xbox on, which turns the TV on, and I just watch like YouTube and stuff.
Yeah,
so
but you ain't trying to game with your family. You ain't trying with your new adopted family. You ain't trying to game with us, huh? Is that what we doing?
I'm an old lady most of the time.
You're not old. We're older than you. Stop doing that.
I know.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
You on a skateboard. We on crutches. Don't do that.
He on crutches. I got a back brace. That's what's happening. I got a back brace physically. Yeah. That's what's happening around here. So anyway,
I'm almost there.
You skate up to the party. We limping to the party. Don't matter.
Hey, no, I'm scooting with this. I'm scooting with this back shit on my back. But anyway. Oh man! All right. Well, thank you. Go support D. You know what I'm saying? She is fantastic. Another person that you need to definitely support is Still Rain, my brother, man. He's in from the South. You know what I'm saying? That man, he got that silky. He you know what? He reminds me of a younger KMEGA. You know what I'm saying?
We're not doing that.
No. That light skin skill, that voice. You know what I'm saying? Coming in with it. You know what I'm saying? He's in that region. You know what I'm saying? You know, people think he's from somewhere else, but he's got that smooth voice. Because when I first started on YouTube, people were like, "Where are you from, KMEGA?" And I'm like, "I'm from."
Not saying that. Don't do that.
I'm from Oklahoma. And people are like, "Oklahoma, really?" Yeah. Y'all say, "I'm from OKC."
You the only sexy dude in your state. Shut up.
You watch out, hey man. I'll take all your New York ladies. Watch out how I do this. Man. That big man's in charge. Anyway, Still Running. Where can they find you at, brother?
Big man in charge, KMEGA in the squad. Look, man. It was another fantastic Friday night. We definitely had some passion tonight. It was all throughout, from start to finish. It was just nothing but passion, classic conversations, and we had a good time with it. Man, look, you can find me every Saturday morning on the Living Split Screen podcast with me and my guy Pong Soul.
In the 90s kind of world, I'm glad I got my Pong.
But yeah, man, y'all can catch me every morning, 9 a.m. Central, Living Split Screen podcast.
Shout out to Pong, man. Good ass dude, man.
Cover all things gaming, no specific platform. We just talk games, what's going on in the industry, and just trying to bring the passion, the energy, the vibes, the authenticity back into gaming and back into our community, because that is what it's about. Gaming is art and should be treated as such. Other than that, every Friday night, we right here at GRG, 8 p.m. Central. Again, we stay live. So, hey, y'all come get buckled up, be here, be square, be ready. And other than that, Noof, Mr. Boom Boom Kaboom, yourself,
Boom Boom Kaboom,
living in him. Hey man, it's always a pleasure podcasting with you. Always a good time. You always stand on your points, and I love that. I love that about anybody who stands on their points. You know what I'm saying? You stand on your morals. You stand what you are as a gamer, and it's important. It's the same thing for everybody on this crew, man. Y'all have y'all points. Y'all stick to y'all points, and the fact that we come from so many different directions. Like some of those topics, I was like, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna follow up. And but the conversation flowed. And that's the greatness about it being natural, about being authentic. And again, man, much love to the panel. Y'all like the Knights of the Realm, man. Again, I appreciate y'all for welcoming the rain into the GRG kingdom.
I just wanted to say that you guys are awesome, and I wanted to jump in the air because Cletus was here earlier, but I wanted to make sure that
my boy Arnold! I miss you, Arnold! Hey, man!
Don't listen to Noof Nukem. He's full of shit.
Okay, Arnold. I gotta ask you a question before I get to everybody else. Arnold, I gotta ask you a question. Like I loved you in Terminator, brother. But I got to ask you this question. Now that you get your ass is old and crusty, you are going to television shows. How do you feel about this, Arnold? I'm still hyped because I love you, Arnold. You are the best. You are the best. Like, I don't even know what nationality you are, but you're the best of the best, and I want to see more of you. So how do you feel about being on the television series coming up?
No, when you don't like me, everything starts to sag. You want to take the money where you can get it. You pimp yourself out however you can. That's what you do. If you're like a hooker up on the pole in the strip club, you put the money underneath your saggy boobs and you take it how you get it. That's what you got to do. That's what I do. I just get out here. Jean-Claude Van Damme, he's been pimping himself out now for about 20 years. The video shit. So I want to do it the regular way. That's what I do.
Okay, one more question, Noof. Oh, I said Noof. I'm sorry, Arnold. Excuse me. I lost my mind by calling you the inferior Noof. Arnold, I got one more question. How was the, how was the, you know what I'm saying? I know that you got, illegitimate, women, kids with that Latino maid. But how was that juice box, brother? You gotta let us know if that juice box was the serious, because she ain't that hot. She wasn't that hot.
But she's brought the Latino heat straight to the street.
Man, I knew it.
Y'all messy.
I knew it. Hey, bro.
She gives you that Latin lingo.
See, that's what I do. I knew it.
Ass on timeout.
Hey, listen. Hey, when I seen Arnold, right? When I seen Arnold's maid, right? I was looking and I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, look, I understand, his wife. She lost it, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good, And then I seen his maid, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I said she must have that good, because that's so. That must be that good. Like,
get that to these outros.
Anyway, I'm just like, hey, she must have been
napkin for my eyes. I'm in here crying. This shit crazy.
All right, we out of here. All right, so Six Slayer, man, come on, man. I know you. Arnold just let us know, man. She had that Latino heat. So what up? Where can they find you at, brother? I knew it. Right when I seen her, I knew she had that shit. She had that dust that she was letting Arnold have.
Okay. Go ahead. Cut him off. Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
You done now?
I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Me being with a Latino woman, with Latino women in my life. I'm just thinking here like, oh my Lord. Let me put my mic down. Right. Let me put my shit down. Okay, go ahead. Let me just go ahead.
You can follow me on Twitter. Good night.
Woo! All right.
There you go.
All right. Where can they find you at, brother?
First of all, let me give a shout out to my boy Noof, because Noof has been in my corner. I've been seeing him in my chat since the day I started my channel. It's crazy. Shout out to your support, my brother, man. It was a pleasure to do a podcast with you. Big gaming man, I call him 8-bit disrespect.
Oh my God, what's happening, man?
No, listen.
Big Cloud. I know I was fucking it up. I was calling him something else. I was calling him Big.
Right. But Big Cloud is another dude that's been in my corner. And shout out to our guest and D. You always got that Queen of the 3 hour mark. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody that came through and supported our podcast. and y'all been here. Like we still got people in here. The podcast is long. Tomorrow,
on close to 4 hours. God damn.
Yeah, tomorrow I got the Dragons Den. I'm back. I had a week off. I got Mav tomorrow from Fun Speculation, and next week we got my boy KMEGA, King of the A Button.
Who you got next? Who you got this week coming on?
Mav.
Speculation. Yeah,
Fun Speculation.
Okay, all right. Shut up. Hey, man, listen. I'm not doing it. I'm saying, okay. I just had to do it. I just had to say, okay, congratulations.
I got an announcement to make on my channel. Y'all gonna see the pop up, man. I've been in these streets. We've been gaming. We've been socializing. We promoting good content. Shout out to my team from GLG. Shout out to my boy 100 from Intermediate Gaming. We try to do content to keep people content. You know what I'm saying? So we just staying focused. My brother gonna be on there next week. Gonna be definitely big. Bringing my brother on here who has an amazing podcast in GLG, which I'm so proud to be part of. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna do it big, man. And shout out to my brother PK who can't make it tomorrow, but we keep the show rolling.
Yeah, we keep the show rolling.
Shout out to everybody who came through tonight, man. Yo, sis, yo, Bit, yo, Noof. Like I said, you always supported me. You always in my chat. You've been retweeting and supporting me. I appreciate you, bro. It's the first podcast we do, and I got to get you on too. But with that being said, bring your game and not your sorry ass name. Facts.
All right, guys. All right, man. So I I can be a little bit messy.
We say, let's go.
That's right. I've been sitting on this crown a little bit in Crown Black, and I want to be messy, but I will not. I will see
30 Central and 6:30 Pacific. This was the GRG Podcast.
I'm not capping. Anyway, I gotta get ready to take Briggs big ass outside so he can go ahead and take his break. Thank you guys so much. I know this has been a really long podcast, but I really do appreciate this. This will be really good for those people out there that's on the road. You can check us out on Spotify or iHeartRadio on anything that comes out.
On the road again.
On the road again. Go ahead and listen to us, man. We're out there, man, and I do appreciate all the support that we're getting. Also, KMEGA 405 on Twitch, at KMEGA4 on Twitter, the GRG _podcast. Go follow that. We just started that as well on Twitter. Thank you guys so much. I think Lemons talked me into doing some TikTok shit. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm thinking about maybe doing a rubber ducky hot tub or like a little, not a hot tub, but like a rubber ducky tub thing. You know what I'm saying? No shirt, just some tight drawers with a rubber ducky. I think I'm about to do that. Let's go. Everybody have a good night. Peace.
See y'all tomorrow. Let's get it.
Go check it out, man. We out, man. Brooklyn. Oh, my Lord. I'm such a damn fool for that one. I did. Oh, man. Let's get this out there.